Oh shit! Sorry for being late this past couple days, man. It's so demotivating whenever you get up and you know that you're not gonna get new viewers and stuff, and grow. The last week I gotta deal with this fucking trash, man. What does that mean? What is a thirst week? Remind me that I gotta pull up the video that you put in Discord. I don't want to close anything because I've been noticing that whenever I open up too many tabs, I think some of them close. So I'm like, I'm confuzzled. That's right, boys. An official Snoopy game.
Good job, Chad.
Bringing back all the classics.
Bright and sunny afternoon. A cool breeze and all was well. Supper time. Except the supper was missing. Looks like another caper for the world-famous Detective Snoopy and his Great Mystery Club. A neighborhood band of volunteer gumshoes, combining razor-sharp wits and fierce resolve to crack the toughest cases on the block. Featuring Peppermint Patty.
Now let's see what you got, Jeff. Let's go.
Linus and Lucy.
You watching?
Franklin.
Just excited for the show.
Sally Brown.
You should go there, Snoopy.
Pigpen.
Hello there, Great Mystery Club.
The Kite-Eating Tree.
That's just your imagination.
And the round-headed kid himself.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
Join Snoopy and the gang. Sniff out the clues and crack the case before supper gets cold. Snoopy and the Great Mystery Club.
It looks like it's gonna be a great game to play. I don't even mean that sarcastically. It looks like just a straight up relaxing game. What the fuck is that thing? Huh? Thirsty Thursday. Ghosty track.
Pouring doubles.
Oh, okay. Feel the copyright coming already. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, there it goes. Alright, let's get it. Zucosis was an interesting game when it launched. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like a pretty good game. Beep. He does it? Huh. I'll have to check out more of his music then. This is the horror game that was up yesterday, but I guess the tab closed for it?
And I am steam and brine.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh! Oh, this looks like good. That looks crazy. So it's got co-op. Ooh, it's got a roguelike. Looks like a co-op roguelike. That looks like it's actually pretty good.
No little thing than iron and steam and brine.
That actually looks like it might be kind of fun. Here we go. We got a collab. Boom. Oh, that's from, I think that's from Dark Fate. Is that zombies? What the hell is this? State of Survival X Terminator. Official collaboration trailer. Boom. Bro, I haven't seen that kind of brick since I was like 6. The ones with the little eyes on them. I remember that they would always come in like the big box of Legos that had no purpose to exist whatsoever. Oh, it's got co-op. That's fun. Yo, that's fun. This is officially by Lego. Oh, you can launch a rocket? That's cool. We got another Warhammer 40K. Did you? You finally beat Wuchong? Nice. What would you rate the game? That was crazy. Seven? That's not too bad. Get that old IGN 7. That looks kind of crazy, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it looks chaotic. Oh. Is it sad that I think the prior thing looks better? That looks way better. That just looks bad. There's not even lily pads. There's not even lily pads anymore. They took all the lily pads and the shrubbery out. The other one was way better. That does look better. This actually looks better. You're really trying to capitalize on that Warhammer, though. Well, at least they're trying. Well, that's not a bad price for that. Especially if it's a remaster. Oh, we got some more Chronos the New Dawn stuff. Here we go.
Ministerstwo Obrony pomyślnie zakończyło operację stabilizacyjną obejmującą cały kraj, a dzięki
Jesus, man. This looks kind of interesting. It kind of looks like Grand Theft Auto, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. I don't know. That's a good question. There's some like spaced out, I guess. That's a weird. That's gonna be a weird game. That's gonna be a weird game. We got 2 trailers for this game. 2 different ones even. I kind of really like the art style. I like the dark colors. Peaks and tides. Peaks and tides. Hold on, wait a minute. I thought I was about to cook the stream, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, wait, is this a game? This looks like a show. Yo, the art for this is awesome. You know the game ain't gonna be nothing like this. Alright, let's see that gameplay. Well, I mean... look at all the dirt people. Oh, wow! What? Hold on, wait a minute. Look at the grass. got horseback riding, flying. This could be a gotcha game, ain't it? What's the catch? Missed. What a loser. Whoa. He made a thing out of berries. Yo, that's pretty cool. You can pick up a frog and then use it. Yo, what? Oh! Who's base building? What? A gotcha game is where you buy the game and then you put a whole lot of money into loot boxes. That's a gotcha. Well, it usually has pretty anime girls that you want to get all the skins to by rolling boxes. You can't compare it to CS:GO because like the whole idea of a gotcha game is to just make you spend as much money as possible on anime girls, from what I can tell. Oh. I think the idea behind this is very interesting. That combat needs some work though, boy. Wingsuit? That's crazy. Yo, where did this game come out of? Like, what? How am I just now hearing about this game? Flooding too? This game actually looks pretty good. Huh. Interesting. Color me surprised, I guess. Oh, here we go with this game. I'm so skeptical about this game, bro. What the fuck? Where did he even come from? I didn't even see him. I was gonna say, he didn't see that? I don't know about this new weapon system they got. Significance of putting fire on the blades. Like, these people are aware that the whole reason why you use fire paper in most of the Souls-like games is because some of the bosses are weak to it. Like, you would never use fire paper on ads unless you're a fucking loser that doesn't know how to play the game. Like, there's no point to that. And then on top of that, she was one-hitting all the mobs anyway, so why waste the fire?
You don't scare me.
I guess that's really what I was trying to say about that, is like, why waste the fire if you're already one-hitting the mobs anyway? I don't know about that combat. I'm gonna be honest. It looks like she's just one-hitting everything. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just have my concerns that... Because, like, in Ghost of Tsushima, you actually had to do, like, decent combat. And in this one, it just looks like a hack and slash. See what I'm saying? That's very concerning.
PlayStation.
Jurassic Park Survival. There we go.
The opportunity to re-enter into Jurassic Park is something we've waited over 30 years to be able to do.
We've heard consistently from our fans that they were very interested in seeing a game set in Jurassic Park. We were able to make that happen.
Oh shit. Bro, they really gonna come out with a survival Jurassic Park game? What? I've never really been a big fan of the Jurassic Park series, I'm gonna be honest. But the idea behind it, low-key kind of brilliant. I've never been a dinosaur person. Thought that they were okay. I mean, they're extinct.
Jurassic Park Survival is a first-person game. It's set a day after the events of the film. You play as Maya Joshi, who is an engine scientist, and it's your job to survive the island.
For the first time, we're giving you this opportunity to travel back to Isla Nublar, to explore Jurassic Park.
Taking on a project like this is a huge responsibility. This film stands out as a landmark moment in cinema.
It's really exciting to be able to translate this incredible film into a video game because you really have the opportunity to go much deeper into the film. We've worked really closely with our partners and with Amblin and our filmmakers to make sure that we're capturing the island and all the dinosaurs in really great detail.
We go through room by room in the game, level by level. We look at every possible resource from archives, from the film, from production stills, production blueprints to make sure every prop is in the same place.
We really took an up-close look at some of the props from the film. We went to the actual incubator, saw the eggs. Just that level of authenticity was just amazing, and it really brought the teams together.
We thought Saber would be the right developer for this project, again, because of their affinity for the IP. They've really leaned into creating fantastic look.
Hey, yo, you realize that we're about to get a survival horror style, a Jurassic Park survival horror style game.
Being beautifully rendered dinosaur models and animations that will look great in the game.
We were inspired by the original film. All the encounters are going to be amazing. The interactions with the dinosaurs, to see them on the big screen, and it's something else when you can actually take part and interact with them in a meaningful way.
Just imagine if they made this shit like VR.
One thing that is extremely important to get right is the dinosaurs. They are the star of this franchise. The textures, the movements, the weight of the dinosaurs on the earth, that will all feel like the dinosaurs that you know and love from the first film. I think that's what players really want. They want to be put in the driver's seat of a dinosaur encounter and have to survive it.
Can't wait and come face to face with the T-Rex. I'm gonna purposely lose so that I can get eaten by a T-Rex.
That's pinky shit.
Not only do you get to re-experience all of the incredible locations from the film, but because Jurassic Park Survival is designed in game format, it gives you more time to be able to explore new locations.
Yo, W developers, let's go. Yo, what a great thing to, like, I'm not being sarcastic, I swear. That is an awesome thing to add to this game. What a great idea, honestly.
Use the raptors. One thing that jumped out to us was, what if we could make the player experience what Lex and Tim did in the kitchen? That and other sequences like it are meant to put you in the shoes of those movie characters to experience the terror for yourself.
So every one of the characters in that film is indelible, and this is the bar that we're shooting for. These characters need to be as specific, distinct, colorful.
You see, it makes sense for there to be a woman character here. It's not like it's a form of combat or anything. I mean, if you're going to be running away, it's not really going to matter what gender you are. I kind of appreciate that. In this sense, it would actually kind of sort of make sense.
Opportunities to create new stories. Without them, there wouldn't be a Jurassic Park Survival.
That's right. Remember that whenever you're putting fries in the bags at McDonald's. So make sure it's good. Make sure you make a good game. That's terrifying. That's crazy. That might actually be a pretty decent game, though. Saber, huh? I hope it's good. I got high hopes for it now. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Hungry, damn it. Got jerky. Okay. Oh, the game. No boom morphed again yet. We're gonna watch. Oh, that's right. Hold on.
Bad day, remember this.
Oh, damn, that's 15 minutes long. Jesus. Didn't realize. There we go. Got our Bigfoot vlogs.
A
Be sure
monstrous
to
threat.
like and comment and hit them up. Bigfoot vlogs.
Attacking villagers. Authorities have launched a large-scale operation to hunt the creature down.
What the?
Skinwalker frame Bigfoot.
I've been eating berries all week.
Man, this is bad. Real bad.
I ain't letting this slide. Time to clear my name. They say it's coming over from Willow Creek. Let's find out. No more sleeping. Let's hunt this liar.
There it is.
He turned towards the camera.
Oh, hell no, that ain't me. That's a whole copycat psycho. No way, why are they calling now?
Uh-oh.
This thing looks like you. Acts like you. But it kills. So I gotta find its heart, huh? Challenge accepted. Don't need him screaming at just yet. Hey! Hey! I ain't the one. Y'all got the wrong Sasquatch.
You were seen! You chased my cousin!
Oh no, not the cousin!
You see now? That ain't me.
That's a huge Bigfoot, man. Oh, what happened?
What the? It's breaking down.
There it goes, it's running off.
Getting away that easy.
Maybe he was right. How do we even know who's who anymore?
This is messed up, man.
How do we know who's who? Whoo! Whoo!
You ruined my name. Now I ruin you. I can hear you watching and not subscribing. Hit subscribe.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Guys, hit that like button on this video because he's awesome.
Myself. Now. He vanished. No scent, no nothing.
Got that Bigfoot vlog time, boys.
That's where he's recharging.
So what is he, the stump?
Dirty AI freak.
He just called it a dirty AI freak.
Come on, you copycat freak. Hey, where'd you slither off to? My size.
The irony.
Look too clean. These ain't right.
Oh.
You shedding knee? That ain't fur. That's lab junk.
Oh, you. Slab
Voice
junk.
mimickers. He was planting those sound traps.
Are those speakers attached to wires?
He knows I'm following him.
The footprint.
Smart
Wait,
freak.
Bigfoot. The footprints go that way. Oh man.
Smile for the camera tonight, Shapey.
Shapey. Ooh, I like that. Take it. Shapey.
No way, you crashed your ride?
This ain't just escape. This was a jailbreak. Too late for that. Y'all
Mimic, do not allow humanoid replication. Hinnick? Eiva mimic? I mean, I would assume this means mimic.
created a monster. He's out there, but he knows the lens. You'll never catch yourself.
He doesn't need to catch himself, he'll catch you.
Get down here, coward! I'm playing your game now. Let's see how you like it.
This is where he feeds. This is the same old underground prison where they held me. The same one. Oh, God.
Looks like no one's cleaned house since the freak broke out. You wrecked your own creators.
Damn.
Real Frankenstein energy.
Dr.
Looks like your
Wells.
bedroom's down there, copycat.
Yo, that low-key looks like a Fallout vault door.
What the hell did they build in here?
Oh, it's a slimy brain.
Gotcha. Now I know what keeps your heart beating.
He's sucking power like a leech.
Now or never.
5-second timer. This ends ugly.
Time to end this clean and loud.
Oh.
What the hell ARE you now? Shut up and
What
die
the hell ARE you now?
No.
Trapped under the rubble.
I had him. You won't get far. I swear it. Round 2's coming, freak. Count on it.
Still breathing. And that thing's still out there.
They won't believe me, but they will see.
I am ex-SCP engineer. I believe I know how to stop it. I'll try to build a EMP device to neutralize it.
You blast his chest, you fry his brain.
Oh, dude, I wish I could write like that. Dude, he's doing it so quick.
But it's gotta stick. If it zaps me too, we're both done.
Technology.
With this weapon, he is done N-O-O. You want my face? Come get the voice too.
Oh, trap, okay.
Any movement, hit that trigger.
Get him!
I am the upgrade.
He's the upgrade.
Only one of us gets to stay in the stories. That ain't some glitch you can copy.
Oh!
Replacing subject.
What the fuck?
In progress.
One more try!
Oh, what happened there?
show's over.
Got it. Oh. Got him.
Now I know who the real one is. Guess the story ain't over yet.
All right. We'll watch a little bit of this one
If
here.
you are having a bad day, remember, this life is like a wiener. Sometimes it gets hard for no reason, but it won't stay
Oh, you can't say that.
hard forever.
Funniest Bigfoot vlog compilations. Everything's Squatch, boys. I'm already subbed to him. Go ahead and throw them a like.
Yo, guys, you keep asking what I do to live in Dubai with all these pretty girls. Here's exactly how I made it happen. Hello, sir. Yes, I'm
Dude, that's so racist.
the bank. Please give me your card PIN and social security number. Yes. I need to set up the firewall on your account.
Oh my God.
No, listen to me. Do not redeem it. Do not redeem it. Sir, I am trying to help you. Do not press that button. You are ruining everything.
That's from Kit Boga. I know that. I know exactly where that's from. That's crazy that it was able to mimic that.
What's one thing more American other than fireworks on 4th of July? Bunker busters right before it. For Narnia!
But I'll take a grande vanilla latte.
Did you want milk in there?
How dare you? I'm vegan.
Fuck out of here.
I've been sober for,
No, you can't do that.
37 seconds. Sorry, it's emotional tequila.
Emotional tequila. Oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever. Yo. Like an emotional dog, but it's tequila. Oh.
Just met this Amish baddie. Said I could churn her butter and milk the cows.
Rumspringa!
Okay, so just met her 17 siblings, and she's got 6 brothers named Ezekiel.
Hello. Oh God, they're all named Ezekiel. He's cooked. Run.
This wasn't the butter I thought she was talking about. Maybe this is the final boss level.
Hold the goddamn fucking flashlight straight, you dirty son of a bitch. You know what? Give me the goddamn flashlight now. Get the hell out of here before I whoop your ass.
Don't deport the sexy tortoise! Don't deport the sexy tortoise!
Hiding right now, Diddy walked in with a bottle of baby oil.
You're cooked, man. This is the one we never saw again.
I ain't getting these cheeks clapped again.
Again! You might live.
Man, how the fuck do I keep ending up like this?
Where the fuck is my Big Mac? Probably your greedy ass third stomach Hoover vacuum built motherfucker.
Hoover vacuum built? Dude,
I don't even like cocaine. I just like the way it smells, man. You ever
I don't like cocaine. I just like the way it smells. Oh my
the lightning bolt,
God.
that's what it's like. I was born to be free like a bald eagle in a Speedo.
He did not have free candy. Oh my God.
What's up, Squatch gang? Today I got blessed with a haircut down at Sports Clips. I'm finna go with a bald fade.
And what the fuck happened? I closed my eyes for an hour and these ass clowns done shaved all my fur off. This isn't what I meant by a fucking bald fade. I look like a naked mole rat.
Do I need a club card for the discount?
You reading with your ass or what, you bitch? It's right there. Scan the damn card. Shit ain't that complicated.
Me and Down Z are about to pull over someone in a Hellcat.
Yeah! Shit, Down Z is afraid of the dark. Shit, I'm fucked. Down Z turned on me, and he's trying to use his service weapon on me.
Do you have anything illegal in?
We're gonna move on from this one. Got a lot of stuff to cover. We might come back to it though if we have time at the end. So apparently this is a
May not be criminal offenses in themselves, but they need to be addressed.
So there is, I think this is in Britain. There are 2 women that are jogging up and down the street that are police officers. They are pulling people over when they are getting catcalled, which is not a law. It's not illegal to do that. So the Council of Karens is at it again, boys. Where do these people keep coming from? It's like Hydra, man. Whenever you cut one head off, three more spawn into the world. It's a shame. It really is.
Wait, what?
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part.
Just so you're aware, in some sense, this actually could be entrapment. If you had any doubt, in a sense, this could be entrapment.
Of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
We get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
Their reasoning for this is because because catcalling could lead to actual violence. That's their joke. That's the joke with this, I guess, is that they want to stop it before it starts. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the last time I checked, a robber isn't a murderer. Jesus Christ.
And police.
I could already feel the comments. Stop it! No! Bad comments! Bad! There are statistics for this, okay? Look it up! Stop getting in my comments with half-cocked theories. It's a real thing. Just because you rob somebody doesn't make you a murderer. In fact, a lot of the reasons why people get caught as a robber is because they can't fire the gun.
Teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed, or shouted at, pulling people over.
Those kind of behaviors.
This is absolutely ridiculous. If I was anybody that got pulled over, I'm not a cat caller, okay? I've never been. I do think it's personally disrespectful. But if I was anybody who was a cat caller and I cat called these two women and they pulled me over, it's an intimidation tactic that actually can't do anything to you. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. It's not a law. They can't do anything to you. What you could do, just make fun of them. What they gonna do? Because that's really what they do. They pull you over and scold you, and it's like, oh, I don't give a shit, man. Peace.
These may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed.
So instead of addressing the problems that are going on there, because they have like rape gangs that are in certain neighborhoods that's currently a really big problem over there. But we're gonna send 2 women officers in probably one of the more wealthier neighborhoods and have them run and then scare some of the people that seem to do a little bit of catcalling. Do you understand how fucking useless this is? Do you understand how completely idiotic this is? It's a complete and total waste of tax-paying money. It's not our money, thankfully, though our taxpayer money is completely fucking used on worse stuff, but still.
Let me guess, you're not doing this in the migrant areas, right? You have illegal migrant rape gangs in your country.
Fucking right!
That are going around and grooming and raping underage girls, and you've got your fucking female officers running around the highway in order to catch people that might commit a crime.
So I was right.
That is 1/1,000,000th the severity of what these other people are doing. Get the fuck out of here. Really.
Welcome to the real world. This is what we waste money on now. Isn't this just wonderful? Doesn't this just make you so excited to get up and work your 9 to 5 until you die?
It's like if you're arresting people for honking their horn, you're telling me that there's nothing else? Like, can't you have them do something? Isn't there something that they can do that actually matters? Where's the priority list? Where's what matters? And I don't understand that at all.
Mm-hmm. Don't you just love it? You might be watching that.
Okay, let's hit the.
So multiple law enforcement officers have been shot in Virginia. Don't know what the hell's going on in Virginia, but something's going on in Virginia. So let's figure out what's going on. We got shootings everywhere, man. This week has been crazy.
Here to live now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft.
Come on,
we have
guys.
some
Fix your
breaking news
audio.
to get to out of Southern Virginia. Take a look at some of this video. This is not live, but we are learning. This is still a very active scene. This is coming to us out of, like I said, Southern
uploaded 11 hours ago.
Virginia, near Gretna, Virginia. Multiple law enforcement officers have been shot there in Southern Virginia. That's according to the member of Congress who represents this district in the U.S. House, John McGuire, the Republican, posting this on X earlier today, saying, "My thoughts and prayers are with the deputies who were shot in Pennsylvania County, as well as their families. We're closely following the situation and keeping everyone affected in our hearts during this difficult time." Back out to some of this video here. Still, let's keep watching this. Take a look at this. So according to our colleagues, that is really all we know according to Congressman McGuire. He represents Virginia's 5th congressional district. It includes Pennsylvania County. The county sits along the state's southern border with North Carolina. So where this is located, this is about 98 miles northwest
I don't really need to know
but
that much about the
there's still a
location. Let's get to
lot
the
we
point.
don't know. Authorities have not released any additional information. The investigation is still unfolding. Now the condition...
What is this? Virginia. Oh God, I fucking. Here we go. Breaking: multiple police officers shot in Virginia as massive emergency response unfolds in Gretna? What is this? I don't know that news. It doesn't seem like anybody knows what's going on.
led to this shooting? Don't know that either. Are there any suspects in custody? Don't know that either. So
That's it? That's the only thing that's being said about this? What the hell? That's so weird. That's so crazy.
Banks.
So you remember yesterday whenever I said that PayPal banned Steam. So you no longer use PayPal on Steam. So here we go. Here we go.
It's trying to do bank things.
If you've tried to buy a game on Steam recently, you might have seen this message. Valve has announced the removal of PayPal as a payment option in many countries.
Wow.
This is not a bug or a
it's not even just in the it's like everywhere. Holy.
It's part of a bigger problem. The biggest question is, why is this only happening in certain countries? Now, you might remember 1 month ago when we first talked about the collective shout, Steam adding a new
fucking Council of Care and pussies! Get out of here.
Rule and the
That's
massive...
kind of sad that in this day and age you don't have to worry about government censoring us. We got to worry about the corporations and these fucking retards that have too much time on their hands doing this.
Of games that it seemed like PayPal was involved.
Wow.
This is because right at that same time,
What happened?
it seemingly stopped working. It was unknown
What
if
the
this was
fuck?
some bug, a
Damn.
coincidence, or actually related to the situation.
Yeah,
now,
it's
when you
related
try
to
to
the
use
situation.
PayPal in an unavailable country, you get this official statement from Valve. Steam stated in early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that the requiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the
Damn, even in the USD.
process of any transactions related to Steam. This is important because
Oh, other than USD, okay.
Oh, what's the bank? What's the bank that did that? Uh-oh.
Because an acquiring bank is the bank that handles payments on a company's.
Boop. Okay, so yeah, who's the bank? Because they're saying that they did this because of the banking issue. So what's the bank?
Think of it as the bank that collects the money for Steam. They go on to say,
I don't think PayPal realizes that it's completely fucking useless and nobody uses it, right? They must know that nobody uses PayPal like that.
This affects currencies other than Euro, Canadian dollar, British pound, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, and the United States dollar.
Yeah, so
This
they're
means
trying to exercise this soft power that they have in countries that aren't well regulated in order to try to put pressure on Steam to do what they want. That's what it seems like is happening.
Well, as long as Visa and MasterCard are still doing their thing, I mean...
that for every other...
Because you got to keep in mind that there is a new law in place as well. There's no longer debanking, so I really hope that they're not planning on doing stuff to Steam in the U.S. because with the debanking thing in place now, they're going to find themselves kind of in a hard place. Could be facing some fines and jail time.
In the world, PayPal is no longer a payment option to buy Steam games. They continue by saying...
That's fine. I don't understand why this would even matter. PayPal is a joke. Who uses PayPal to buy anything? I don't know anybody that's ever used PayPal. Like, oh no, I can't use PayPal to pay for Steam games. I've never done that. I don't know anybody who has. PayPal's, I don't even know how, I think I made an account a long time ago. I never used it.
We hope to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. We're also evaluating adding additional payment methods on Steam for the customers affected by this.
That's what they need to do.
In the meantime,
they could add Zelle. Zelle is linked directly to banks. In fact, my bank has Zelle built into the actual account. So that way I can just go onto the app for my bank and I can Zelle people directly from the app that's in my banking account.
Please use one of our other current...
All I got to do is put in a phone number.
...methods during checkout. If you can't use any of the available options, you can consider using a Steam wallet code to add funds to your account. This confirms that they are actively trying to fix a problem that they did not create. But this statement also leaves us with a massive question. If the problem is with Steam's content, why would the bank only care about certain currencies? Why is PayPal still working?
It's because they can only control those currencies. That's why they're not controlling the larger international currencies like CAD, USD, and euros. But they can exercise this in smaller countries that don't have the same level of legislation.
They don't have laws that protect them either. So I don't know anybody who actually uses PayPal to buy Steam games. I just don't understand why that would even be a thing.
That's why.
Perfectly fine in big markets like the US and the EU. One person on Reddit decided to call PayPal's customer service in Poland to get an answer. The lady insisted I contact Steam because they were the ones who pulled the plug because Steam prefers customers to use their balance. When the user read the official Steam message to
I actually think that Steam came out and straight up said that it wasn't us, it was them. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what happened.
She became irritated and hung up. Does this sound familiar? Because it should. This is
Visa and MasterCard do the same thing.
The same thing we saw with MasterCard and Visa.
These people need to get audited.
They do.
That's what they need
I
to
agree.
do. The government's got to come in and audit them and figure out like who's doing this.
Yep, I agree. Absolutely.
Big time. Yeah, just go through Discovery, subpoena all the data, all of the different call logs, all of
the FBI and the CIA could do this. Either one. And it hits the level of FBI because, like, this could be, like, a global issue. And if they have actual locations in the U.S., then if they subpoenaed these locations and got enough proof showing that they are actually doing this maliciously, they should start putting CEOs in jail and chairman too. Anyone who is for this, they need to go to jail because this is ridiculous. Not only should they go to jail for censorship of like trying to censor a market, but they should go to jail and be fined for a monopoly monopolistic behavior. I miss the days when we had monopoly laws that protected people, and now it seems like all that's just out the window.
Transactions, communication, and just figure this out. It would take like 5 seconds to figure this out.
It wouldn't even be hard.
Those companies put pressure on Steam, they then publicly denied it. So
Yeah,
Valve
they
had
did.
to be the one to tell the public the truth. It's clear that PayPal is now doing the same thing, blaming Steam to avoid talking about their own actions. When you put
What a
all the
surprise.
facts together, it shows a clear connection. This is a bigger plan.
You know, if you put so many points on a graph, you know they're going to draw a straight line straight to Stupidville. So you got to
what
follow that
people
line,
can
man.
and can't buy online. For
That's
this
right.
Steam
Yeah, the banks are trying to create a monopoly on currency and a monopoly on trade in order to force certain viewpoints and ideologies into the mainstream that the public isn't accepting. And I think this goes beyond viewpoints and ideologies. It goes into culture. It goes into
I mean, look at what they were trying to do to Japan. They were trying to censor all the manga in Japan, and they actually succeeded. I still think that the Japanese government needs to step in and be like, if you don't want to do business here, then get the fuck out. Like, we already kind of sort of solved this problem. I'm sure they'll find a way around it, but you can no longer debank in America because of the thing that Trump had just put in.
and it goes into everything. That's what they're doing. They're doing that intentionally, and they're trying to push it. They've been doing this for a long time. And you should don't let them do it. No, there's no reason to let them do it. I mean, you should have laws that regulate this and prevent it from happening.
I agree.
And yeah, it's insane. Money's a great start to control. Yeah, if you can control the money, you can do that. How did all these ideal pushing fascists get into power? Because who do you think goes after power? People with ideals that want to push it.
Yep.
Situation.
It's the power
it all began
paradox.
with an
I feel like a lot of it was the DEI and woke programs that were in the government that gave money for hiring diversely. That's how you got all these freaks in really high places. It's really sad to see how fucked up things can get in 4 years.
Activist group asking payment companies to stop handling
Should have never
payments
done it.
for games with sexually explicit content. MasterCard and Visa were some of the first to act, which led to Steam's new rule. MasterCard denied doing this, but Valve's statement proved they were the ones responsible.
Yeah.
At that exact same time, the game store itch.io had its payment services
Well, and it's
with
also like I immediately believe Valve because they've
Well,
done this with
itch.io came out and said it first, and then Valve kind of was just like, yeah, he's right.
other people too. They've debanked multiple other groups of people. They've debanked organizations.
They have.
This is very common that they do this. And they've even, I think a Japanese person at Visa even said that they did it to protect their brand. So, I mean, they've said they did this. They've done it in the past. I mean, this is a pattern of behavior at this point.
It is.
Stripe removed.
But they have 6 months to get their shit together before the U.S. laws going into effect. So
Stripe's statement
this can only
was
last
clear,
for so long.
saying it couldn't support this kind of content because of its banking partners. This proves that these banks and payment companies are indeed the ones stopping the payments.
And again, like if you were the government, like and you could control this, you could figure this out instantly, right? Like you say, who is it? Okay, well then they're the ones that are the problem.
Now we have the exact same thing happening with PayPal. A bank on PayPal's side has ended its agreement with Steam. The fact that all these events happened at the same time makes it impossible to think that this is just some wild coincidence. Now you might be wondering, why was PayPal only removed for some countries? They start by making changes.
It's because, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the new debanking policy that we have here. And I'm sure other countries are probably going to be pushing debanking policies as well, but they're starting with the smaller places to see how it goes, and then they're gonna step it up, just like what they did to Japan. They did the same thing to Japan, Visa and MasterCard, whenever they threatened to remove their ability, they threatened to take away their purchasing ability with Visa and MasterCards in Japan, and tried to censored an entire culture. So it's and then they started doing it here with Steam and Itch. Well, I mean, whenever they went after Steam and Itch, it was more of like a broad effect. It affected everybody in every country. So it's like it's the start of another cascading effect is really what it is.
In smaller markets
Exactly.
with fewer legal protections. This
That's what I
allows
said.
them to
Yeah,
test
of
their
course.
power and put pressure on companies without risking their biggest markets like the US and the
what's
EU.
crazy is this would get shut down so quick. If you call their bluff, it would get shut down so quick. Do you really think Visa and MasterCard want to risk actually debanking Steam? You know how much money they must generate that goes through Visa and MasterCard? A lot of fucking money. Same thing with Japan. You really want to cut off all of Japan? Come on. Really? They're not going to do that. It's intimidation. Call their bluff. They're bluffing.
This strategy is meant to force companies like Valve to agree to their demands everywhere without a major fight. The good news is that Valve is not giving up. Their statement that they're actively looking for new payment methods for affected customers is a big sign that they are.
I guarantee you, if Valve came up with its own payment provider for Steam, they would do it. People would actually do it. People would buy it. I guarantee you.
Fighting for gamers and will not be pushed around by these companies, although they sort of have to right now.
Well,
So
they're
the
gonna
pay-
have to. They're gonna have to work with them to an extent, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like it's an extent, but I think that these companies are doing it on purpose, and I think
obviously.
that, again, there needs to be a investigation, like an antitrust lawsuit about this that puts all of these communications into discovery for the courts. I think that's what needs to happen.
They need to subpoena all this. They need to get any kind of records they can talking about this at the companies. 100%. Like, it needs to be like a class action lawsuit too. So that way all the countries that have been affected by this can get their money.
That's what hasn't happened yet, and it's a huge problem that it hasn't. If it does, I would be so happy. Because that's really where we're
I don't
waiting.
think that's going to happen. I think what's going to happen is that these countries are going to start having, they're going to be forced to look into what's going on with Visa and MasterCard and PayPal, and then they're going to be forced to pass legislation that's like either fucking solve the problem or get the fuck out, and that's how it's going to get solved. That's really what's going to happen here. I don't think that they're going to try to sue these monopolies, because that's what they are. They're not going to try and sue these monopolies. I just think that they're going to have to pass legislation and laws that are going to prevent this from happening in the future. That's really what's going to happen.
PayPal ban is not a bug.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's the banks, card networks, payment processors, they all try to deny any of this is happening.
What a surprise.
Of course, there is a clear history, not just with Steam, but for all kinds of reasons. It's getting so big that we have the Japanese government and even Donald Trump stepping in to stop this from happening.
Yeah, no, because it's huge. Like, even if you manage to coerce Visa and MasterCard to stop doing this and they bring everything back, the threat is still there. The only way you're going to get rid of this threat is if you pass bills and legislation and laws that are going to prevent this in the future. That's how you prevent this. It's just a Band-Aid until you get a law that's going to heal it and prevent it from happening again.
By signing a new executive order.
Elon needs to buy back PayPal? No, you don't understand. Like, it's great to have somebody like Elon Musk that's doing this in a way that is beneficial, that you and I agree with. But ultimately, a good billionaire in charge of a situation is still a problematic situation, period. It's not like it automatically makes the situation good. It just makes it palatable in the meantime.
You have to think of it like a dictatorship. Like, or a king, like a kingdom. You know, usually you always have that one good king, right? Everyone loves him, the land is great and green and beautiful and flowing. And then he dies. And his brother takes his place. He's not his brother. He's mean and angry and wants to own all the land. Now we got a problem, boys. That's why it's so bad to have one person in charge of everything. because it can go from being great and beautiful to being downright dirty and nasty. And that's the problem. You don't want these people that have all this power to have this kind of power. There's a reason why we have a democracy, even as flawed as it is in the US. It's very flawed. There's a reason why it's a democracy and not a kingship. The reason why it's a democracy and not a dictatorship. The reason why it's a democracy and not a communist country is because we don't want to be ruled by one person that can literally change from night and day, which is kind of what's happening now. I mean, let's be honest here. They're already talking about overturning gay marriage. They got rid of abortion rights. They're doing all this other crazy stuff. And, you know, it's just kind of crazy. It's crazy right now.
Like, nobody lives forever. I mean, I don't know, at least so far. And so the problem is that you can't rely on good actors. If you could just rely on good actors, we wouldn't need any laws.
Yep.
You need to have rules.
Yep, that's right.
Fair banking for all Americans. We even got a statement from the chairman of the FDIC mentioning how they are going to be adding a new rule so these financial companies have to stop using reputational risk as a reason to deny business.
You could use reputational risk for fucking anything. Anything. You could use reputational risk on anything. Anything. It's such a broad statement. It's ridiculous. Get rid of it. It's absolutely stupid. It needs to go.
Now we have
See how fucking easy that is?
Mm-hmm.
All you do is you make it a law. Problem solved.
Card trying to remove service on Steam through their acquiring banks. PayPal removing service on Steam for a bunch of countries because of their acquiring banks.
Yep.
And Stripe removing service on itch because of their banking partners. So this is clearly a massive problem.
I love how they keep saying it's their banking partners. They don't ever specify, because I guarantee you it's not their banking partners. I guarantee you.
To be fixed.
Yeah,
in 6 months, though, the government will officially have a strategy on stopping this from happening, which could include new laws and regulations. But obviously, this might not help everyone around the world.
In 6 months? What is this? So by February of next year.
What we are seeing with PayPal removing service in select countries. The best part about this new statement, though, is that Valve officially confirms that they are working on new payment methods, especially for the affected countries. We have joked about the idea of Valve Pay, but Valve joining the payment space to avoid these problems really doesn't seem like a stretch anymore.
No, it doesn't. Valve has the money for it as well. Like, I think that it's a great idea. I think Valve should have done this a long time ago. I really do. Valve shouldn't just stop with one. They should make it like an actual card. That'd be even better. They have actual cards. They could even open up their own banks. Like, it could be like a straight up, like, everything.
I think that a lot of people want to have a payment processor that's a payment processor.
Yeah, I
not
agree.
a sensor, not a method of control, just a processor that processes payments. It's literally that simple.
That's all their job. Just shut up and put the fries in the bag, man. You're not here to give me theories and brainwash me. You're here to put the goddamn fries in the bag. So shut up and put the fries in the bag and do your job.
To 2013, Valve became
nobody
concerned
wants this.
that Microsoft's new
does.
Windows
It's annoying.
8 and its App Store model could
And it's
threaten
controlling,
Steam's
too.
dominance
Windows 8, not a good time.
PC gaming. This worry directly led
Uma Musume is #1.
This to reduce its reliance on Windows,
expect
which
that.
anyone who knows about SteamOS now, it outperforms Windows on gaming benchmarks. With this being such a big issue,
So you mean to tell me that the Steam operating system outperforms Windows OS on gaming benchmarks? That's crazy.
Clearly shows
I didn't even
how
know that
these
Steam
companies
had an
like
operating
Steam
system.
Heavily rely on these payment companies, and Gabe Newell loving to be a
There
game
he is.
changer from
There
his
he
deep
is.
sea marine research.
big man
to his
himself.
neuroscience brain implant company. I wouldn't put it past them to try to make a solution. We also can't forget Elon Musk, who is
Hold on. Damn, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. You know what? Hold on. Why did Steam CEO say about making the Steam? It's this one?
Seeing everything, I'm in that ecosystem and that.
The speed of the storage. So
on the micro, like, do they know?
Here, whatever I want to do, if there's hardware I want to attach to it, if right, that we all collectively benefit from. So if you want to install the Epic Game Store on here, if you want to, those are features, right? It's going to try to lock me down. I want to hear whatever I want to do. If there's hardware I want to attach to it, if there's software I want to install, I can just go and do it. And we think that's great.
You know that there's tons of value that non-gaming, a portion from your level. Were there any sort of limitations or was it just sort of make the best thing? Talk to Mike.
Those are feature users. PC games and have them go.
Hey, man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. He pretty much said that he doesn't like pussyfooting around. That he wants he made the Steam Deck so he could just play whatever he wants, including like Mario and stuff. And he's like, I've played Mario on my Steam like hundreds of times and I've never bought it once on his Steam Deck. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Is aware of the Steam censorship.
Yeah, he knows about it.
Let me use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom. Hold on. Okay, we bake. Sorry about that. Whew. Sorry. Oh, it's Shaker. How's it going, Shaker? It's so late the past streams, boys. I keep sleeping in till 12. Man. Hey, man, it's all right. You can take your time, bro. All right. All right, let's keep
he
watching
is
this.
working on XPay. So this is a problem that we are dealing with right now. But hopefully
It's like having Elon Musk do it would be great, right? But at the end of the day, that's still one person, right? You've got to have more to it than just that. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but yeah, it's literally just that simple. But for some people, they don't really get it.
I think we can move on from this. Like I said, the only thing that's going to solve this is The only thing that's going to solve this is legislation and laws that are going to prevent people from doing this. Oh, this kind of blew my mind. They're letting out Ghislaine Maxwell to do work. It's like work programs or something.
Maxwell cleared to leave prison?
This is crazy. So not only did they bring her to a less maximum, they brought her to like a rich prison. They brought her to a rich prison away from the maximum security prison. And now they're giving her the ability to go out and work.
What?
Do you believe that she's credible?
I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he asked would be totally appropriate, and it's not an uncommon
If this isn't ass kissing to keep your name out of something, I don't know what is.
thing to do that. And I think he probably wants to make sure that, people that should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. So
this is a person that was arrested and charged with doing things with underage people and for bringing them into the operation. There literally is nothing that this woman hasn't done.
I know this. I didn't discuss it with him, but anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly, is something that would be totally above board.
What? Ghislaine Maxwell is let out of prison?
Yep.
Is this a soft launch for a part? I guess so. She gonna be gone soon? Yeah. Just 24 hours of talking tough on crime. The Trump administration is now giving Ghislaine Maxwell permission to leave her low-security prison for work assignments. Does this sound like justice to you?
No, it sure doesn't. It sure doesn't.
Well, this is the way I see it. I am a pragmatic person. I would let this bitch free if she was able to sing like a canary. I don't have a problem.
I agree. I think that maybe, and I was against this at first, but I feel like if she, for every senator she roached out on and ratted on, and any huge worldwide elected official that name slipped out of her mouth, and I actually saw them get arrested and go to jail, or their country get turned upside down, I would say they should knock off like a couple weeks. She's still a criminal, I don't care. Knock off a couple weeks. A month, maybe. Maybe a year. Depends on how long she's supposed to serve. Maybe a year. Maybe a year per senator / now, if it's a big elected official, it depends on the official, right? If we're talking about, like, I don't know, if for an example, this is an example, Putin, if he was in there and they overthrew the government, knock like 5 years off. Shit, why not?
I'm gonna be real.
There has to be an outcome. It can't just be a name. Got to see these people in chains.
Don't have a problem with this as long as it leads to convictions. But I think that if she is leading us along, if she cannot provide the evidence, I think we fucking execute her. If you got
Yup.
on this dog and pony show, she a fucking sex trafficker. If you want to go and you don't get anybody got, no, you're done. And that's the way I think about it. If it was up to me, as I said, if I was ever the president, my biggest inhibitor would be the 8th Amendment. Okay? That's the way I see it.
Well, you know, that's an easy fix. I mean, they're trying to overturn gay marriage now. So, like, let's be honest here. You could work around that. Just get rid of it.
That's where I'm at.
What the fuck is even the 8th Amendment? Hold on. Let me double check. What does the 8th Amendment do? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. We need to get rid of that. It gets rid of excessive bail, excessive fines, and cruel and unusual punishment. As far as I'm concerned, if you murder somebody, they need to put you in jail where your sole job for the next 13 to 14 hours is to find the hottest place on Earth. And this is only if you kill somebody. Find the hottest place, not on Earth, but in the U.S., and make them turn big rocks into little rocks for 13 hours a day. Now, just random rocks. And the reason for that is because you don't want them to get any sense of accomplishment for turning big rocks into little rocks. You know, you just want them to go out there and waste 13 hours of their day and give them like 2 or 3 meals. And if they drop dead, then it sucks to suck. I don't know. But that's just me. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you take someone's life, you forfeit your own, especially whenever it comes to a system like this. Like, if you shoot somebody, it should pretty much be the same thing. But that's just me. What do I know, right? I didn't mean to click on this. We'll probably save this for another time. I have an idea of what this guy did, this doctor, but I want to give this video some more time to get more views for him. Save to stream long video. What time is it now? It's 10:03? Yeah. Because we still got to go through the Roblox, man. I want to hit these Roblox up.
Into fucking,
So now, Roblox is facing heavy lawsuits, boys. Death Valley, that's a good one. I like that one. By the way, Nigel, I love your new icon, your new logo. It's great. Keep it. I like it. It looks cool. You know, maybe you're right. Maybe her being free wouldn't be good. I like it. I think it's cool. You know what's crazy is that something of the same quality from an actual artist would have costed you a couple $100, dude. AI is the way of the future. I'm sorry, but like it's a tool in the toolbox. We need to start utilizing it.
Like the gas.
Hold on. Let me how many countries are suing Roblox? Multiple families in the United States have filed lawsuits against Roblox alleging that the platform makes it easy for predators to exploit children. And supposedly, the reason for this is because the people that run it apparently are also, you know, predators themselves. Allegedly.
Station today.
Let's get into it.
And they said on the radio that if your kid got groomed on Roblox, I'm not even kidding you, to call because there's like a class action lawsuit that's
Holy
being
crap.
filed against Roblox.
On the radio? This was on the radio. Saying to call a number if your child was groomed on Roblox because of a class act. That's crazy. Dude, this is like those old commercials that you would see whenever people would get on this prescription, and then you would see like a couple months later the like class action lawsuits that you see in the commercials. You remember those commercials? They were like, if anyone in your family has died or become very, very ill because of appendicitis, you know, and then it's like, please dial this number so we can get you your money. I remember those commercials.
Right now.
This is breaking news.
Yeah.
You guys know that on this channel we catch Roblox predators, and you guys also know
Gotta catch
that
them
the
all.
person that
Gotta
gets
catch
us
them all.
these dudes-
God dang straight, gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Let me get my timer going. We probably gonna finish this video out, but I need to get me a little timer going so that way I know where I can cut the video.
His
We'll put it
name
at
is
8 minutes
Schlep.
because we already been
He's an
jibber jabbering
up-and-coming
for at least
YouTuber. He makes fantastic
Gideon!
videos, and he's also
that Gideon?
great at what he does, and that is
He's a good guy.
finding, locating, and catching
The weirdos.
child predators
Yep.
on the Roblox app. Us working together, I believe we've caught 5 to 6 dudes, and I believe out of those 6 dudes, 5 of them have gotten arrested. I mean, work we've done together has been amazing, but that is looking like it's about to end because Roblox just put out this cease and desist letter to him. He literally sent it to me yesterday.
So they sent him a Roblox banned his accounts and sent this man who's been catching predators on their website a cease and desist. Man, they just opened up the floodgates.
I was busy because it was the Sabbath, but now that it's over, we're gonna go over this, y'all.
Yeah.
It says, "We write on behalf of Roblox Corporation. This letter serves as a formal cease and desist." So cease and desist meaning cut that crap out.
Stop doing it.
So that's basically what they're saying.
Which is crazy because you would think that they would want someone doing this stuff for their site because they're obviously not spending the money to fix their site. You would think that it would be okay to do something like this, especially if you're not even charging them for it. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, "Hey, stop protecting kids on our app."
Right?
Notice regarding your unauthorized and harmful activities on the Roblox platform. You know, all the preds and stuff, all the lolly stuff.
That's
that they
not
have.
the problem. No, bro. That's not the problem. The problem is
well, what happens is they meet the kids on these sites, and then they give them like the Discord, or they get them on a different site. It's where it starts, and then they pull them off the site, and then that's where the grooming starts. It came from the Roblox community because it's easy to get people's information and then bounce. That's what it really kind of boils down to. Or like there are games like Predator Prey that they go out of their way to try and ban them now, but before, whenever there wasn't as big backlash for it, they would leave it alone. Predator Prey is where you literally are a predator who's an older man that is going on a date with a younger person, and it was a game that somebody had made that did unfortunately very well for obvious reasons.
talking about it being a problem. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
On there.
Oh, yeah.
All of the map communities that they have on there that are like
minor attracted persons.
Mm-hmm.
Another word for a pedo.
Map.
It's the same thing, but they read, it's like, how do you solve a problem? Well, you just call it a different word.
Mm-hmm.
Developers have
No, I'm just
created
telling you.
this
Y'all
stuff,
might
right?
not know that.
All of that stuff isn't harmful.
You know what's even crazier? They really tried to put this on the LGBTQ plus flag. The whole like attraction to like minors. It's fucking disgusting. And they wonder why the LGB wants nothing to do with the TQ plus.
I'm gonna allow that, but you actually catching and leading to arrest on these dudes, that's harmful.
Actually, hold on. You know what?
Your actions are a violation of Roblox policies and directly undermine Roblox safety.
You mean the policies that protect the predators that use your site? That's crazy.
Critically are exposing our users to increased risk.
I should stop saying that word. Now that I'm monetized, I should probably start being smarter with what I say, so that way I can really maximize the money I'm not making from the strike that I'm currently going through. So I'm gonna say maths. If you hear me say maths, it means that I'm referring to the, predator, like from the movies.
Those actions include engaging in simulated child endangerment.
Hold on. Whoa.
Well, let me get this straight. So you increase the risk of there being more predators by catching predators. That's crazy.
You know what the real problem is when you catch these people saying half the dirty things, these math people, when you catch them doing, like, saying some of the stuff you read in these chat logs, and the police arrest them and then let them go the next day or give them weekend jail of all fucking things. That's a real thing that happened, by the way. Weekend jail was given to a predator, where he would go throughout the week out of jail, and then he would go on the weekends to jail. Whenever you're not showing consequences for your actions, or the consequences are a joke, guess what happens? People keep doing it. Who'd have thought? Go figure.
Damn, bro. Like, what?
conversation, sharing or soliciting personally identifiable information, and directing users to move conversations off platform. They're saying we're engaging in simulated child engagement and we're directing users to move off platform to talk, right? So I'm trying to figure out so let's say I just go on Roblox, right? And I meet another person who's of age on Roblox. And
So
I'm like,
let me get the problem. So the problem is not child endangerment. The problem is simulated child endangerment.
So I reported.
That's the issue.
To Discord and on the VR.
Let's talk off platform. Would that be breaking your guys' terms of service, having a conversation off platform, if both parties are of age?
Crazy.
Because we got to keep in mind, you literally said
it's not their terms of service because it's not their platform. Like, and they can't regulate that.
Your cease and desist that this is simulated. So you know that we're of age. You know that the person on the other end is of age, right? But yet it's still simulated.
A part of me kind of wishes he had went to court to challenge the cease and desist, because like if he can prove that there are maths on this site, this cease and desist would be ripped up to shreds, and then they would subpoena all of the logs from all these games, and they would probably do a full straight up breakdown of the Roblox site. The law would, I guarantee you.
Right.
And that's still engagement and taking it off platform. They're in shambles. The reason why they're doing this is because right now Roblox PR is at an all-time low.
For now, so far. It's getting worse. There's a congressman recently that's actually...
To give you an idea, how many concurrent players play Roblox daily? This site, and this is why it's such a big problem, has 85.3 million players daily. I'd imagine a solid majority of that is kids. That's the problem.
Actually trying to get behind this. He's a Democrat congressman. Guy's had some dumb shit he said before, but this isn't dumb. I support him on this. I agree with him. He's also the guy that led the bill to try to get the Epstein files open too. I'm starting to like that guy's name's Rokana. Yeah. We'll watch that probably after this.
Pretty much people even think that the CEO...
I would just Hawkeye it, and if you like notice anything funky's going on, because that's what a lot of parents, they fuck up. Instead of like asking their child, like, I know that sometimes you just can't rely on the child, to be honest, but yeah, I would just Hawkeye the heck out of it, honestly. Just like anytime you see him playing, it'd be like, who you playing with? Make sure that they're not like adults,
is on the Epstein list, allegedly. And I mean, it's just...
Who isn't on the Epstein list? What? Are you kidding me?
Absolutely disgusting what they're doing here. Instead of maybe
spent too much
opening
on
a
Roblox,
line up for Schlep to, I don't know, report these guys easier and stuff, because I'll let you guys know this. Every time we get an arrest on the dude, he reports them right away, right? He reports them right away.
Yeah.
Roblox doesn't do anything. Whenever the dudes bail
Well,
out...
they're not going to do anything because they don't care. Like I said, they need to... When the law enforcement of the government gets involved, then things will change. I'm going to split this video right here. So future self, split the video and stop it here. We're gonna keep watching this, obviously, but
and stuff, he'll literally see them go back online doing whatever they do, playing.
What's crazy? So like, I have there was another guy, that the Predator Prey guy, that map that I had told you about. The guy had a bunch. He had a huge library of games he had made. The guy's accounts got all banned, so he had a Reddit set up, and he gave the games to the Reddit community and said, keep posting these until your account gets banned, and then go down the list to the next person, and the next person, and the next person. So that's what they did. They just keep reposting the maps.
How is that not a violation of your probation, by the way? Like, how the fuck do you get arrested and you get detained for talking to kids on the internet, and it's not a fucking,
Spooky. I mean, like, you can't really nod him for saying, like, stuff like that. It's gonna happen. It's like whenever you don't want your kid to say a bad word, they're gonna say it when they're around their friends. Who hasn't done it? Okay? It's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. That's just all there is to it. So I can understand that. But when you hear, what do you want me to do on this app? That's whenever you should be like, okay, nope.
a line item that you're not supposed to do this shit while you're waiting for your day in court. Like, what is this? And by the way, it is in a lot of these cases. It's just they just don't want to look at it.
And he's already reported them.
Yeah.
And he'll tweet at them, yo, Roblox. I literally sent you guys the guy's arrest information, everything. You guys still haven't banned him.
Yeah.
The only time they ban the person.
This cease and desist is going to be invalidated whenever the argument comes up. Well, we actually got, because there's legal charges that have been filed if they got arrested that shows them finding these people, these maths people, on the site. So this cease and desist isn't going to be worth dick whenever they get, brought to court and they're like, oh, well, he was doing this because you have a problem that you're not solving. Why aren't you solving this? Like any judge that would sit down and deal with this would probably just throw this right out of court.
Is whenever the video drops.
Oh.
So we're doing it in the process that you guys want, reporting it, but you guys...
Because you have to keep in mind, now these Roblox peoples, they're going after other, a lot of people that are in the Roblox community that are kind of adults that do stuff like, I guess, Gideon does. The Roblox company is striking their channels anytime they upload anything that's Roblox affiliated, whenever they find out that these people that are... They're trying to find these predators and get them arrested. So they're going through and striking these YouTube channels and sending them cease and desist letters, which is where this big-ass class action lawsuit's coming from. This is about to blow the whole thing wide open.
Should never even have been a problem. This should never even been a thing. Like, the thing is, like, obviously, the issue is that it's so widespread. Like, if you have so many people on your platform that you can't moderate it, that doesn't give you an excuse to not moderate it.
Exactly.
You need to then, throttle the amount of people that are on your platform.
Yep.
Like, you can't just say, oh, we're suffering from success, so now it's okay that we just let all this bad shit happen.
If every country in the world thought that way, we would be dead. Let's be honest here.
I mean, think about it in, a bar, right? Like, if you have a bar, and it has an occupancy of 180 people, and you have 300 people in there, and a fire starts, whose fault is it?
Yep.
Who gets sued? The person that owned the fucking building.
Yep.
Because
just like that class action lawsuit.
Follow the protocol. Just because you can let a lot of people in doesn't necessarily mean that you should let a lot of people in.
Yep.
Like, in no other logical reality is this true.
Different things that are literally
weirdos getting together, watching weird
on Roblox that they just leave up.
I wouldn't even say that it's greed, honestly. I don't think it's greed at all. I think it's because they're in on it. To an extent, I kind of feel like some of the creators of the Roblox and the people that are running it are in on it. Honestly.
Video drops, and sometimes it takes us weeks to get the videos to drop. So when these dudes bail out, they're able to go back on the games.
Well, logically, it's because
he sends you guys all the information to ban them. You don't ban them until the video drops. And sometimes it takes us weeks to get the videos to drop. So when these dudes bail out, they're able to go back on the games and groom even more potential victims. But you won't ban them until the video drops.
Yeah, because you have to keep in mind, sometimes it takes a while. Not everyone's as talented as me and as smart as me by, streaming and then cutting up the videos. And then, making that work. But some people, they, who are less talented as it takes them a while, it takes them a couple weeks to make a video, obviously, because there's a lot of, logistics in it. There's a lot of alleged, there's a lot of things you can and can't say, especially whenever it comes to putting someone in jail. But whenever they catch these people and they do get arrested, whenever they do get found out by these people, the same day this happens, they also send everything over to Roblox and tell them, hey, this is a thing. And then they don't ban them until a few weeks later after the video's been edited down and made safe for YouTube. And then they get banned. And it's like, but you had this information the whole time. Why didn't you ban them prior?
If anything, you guys are the ones that are putting your users at even more risk because when we send you guys all the evidence, you wait for the video to drop where it's like, okay.
Well, why do they wait for the video to drop? Because Twitch does the same thing. Like, Twitch doesn't really ban people based off of, like, what they do. They ban people based off of how people respond. So, like, for example, like, Mike from PA said that weird shit about Jews.
I play
Like, he
Roblox daily, but I just play in private servers that I buy because pub servers have an excessive amount of online flirting. Yes. There are a lot of dating sims in a lot of the Roblox maps. As long as he's not on those maps, he should be good. Like, don't stress too much about it. Because after this class action lawsuit, it is a good chance that either Roblox is going to get shut down, or they're finally gonna fix this problem.
Get banned immediately for that. He got banned way after the fact because a lot of people got pissed off about it. And so what happens is that, and a nice pause, came out.
Visuals violating our policies to entrap users or otherwise self-police the platform. Wait. Okay, they're calling.
You can't entrap people because they're not police officers. You can't.
I actually did Google this. Entrapment can't be done by anything other than a government official. It's only a government official, like a police officer.
That's not how it works. It's not entrapment. Like, entrapment is for police
That's what the law states.
Like,
and us vigilante groups, right? The definition of a vigilante is someone that takes the law into their own hands. Throughout any of our Roblox interactions, have you guys ever seen us beat the crap out of these dudes, handcuff them ourselves, take them over to... No. We literally just have conversations with them.
You know why? You can always tell the difference between the people that are tired of dealing with these sickos and the people that are actually trying to get, like, okay, so there's two categories. And I'm going to say this because I personally don't think either category is bad. So you've got people that are tired of these sickos getting out from law enforcement after they've done everything they can to get these people locked up. So now they're just recording themselves beating the hell out of them when they catch them. Like there's like this one YouTube channel where they catch predators and they're like dads. They're a bunch of dads that do it. What is the name of the YouTube channel where they catch predators and it's a group of dads that beat the shit out of them? Dads Against Predators is the name of the YouTube channel. I don't know if it's still a thing. They may have actually been taken down by now. Because I know that it's really hard to monetize videos that are like To Catch a Predator TCAP videos. Those are hard to monitor. Like, it's so bad that you have to replace the word like 9-year-old girl with like cupcake, 9-year-old cupcake. Like, you can't have those string of words in the same sentence because if it's part of a video, they'll demonetize it. It's disgusting how hard it is to get stuff like that monetized. Like, for example, True Blue is To Catch a Predator on YouTube now because they no longer have Dateline NBC. And none of their videos can get monetized. What they do is they upload the videos to YouTube, and then the YouTube directs them to an offline site that they can get money from to keep their operations going.
Everything to the police. When the police get there on scene, they see.
And then you've got the other half of this is where you can't hit them first off if you want them to go to jail. So these guys like get a whole bunch of like a ton of information on these people. Usually these talks go on for like weeks or months at a time, and then they ship all that over to the police, and then the arrest is made.
This is a great point that he's making. Is that how are we the ones that are enforcing the law? How are we vigilantes when all we do is we compile evidence and we give it to the police so the police can make the right decision?
And typically they arrest them and then let them go a week later or put them in weekend jail, which by the way is disgusting. And I'll tell you why. The reason why they don't want to put these people in jail and prison is because they're going to get got. They're going to get snapped up. In fact, hold on. What was the name of the guy that was in a prison cell with a predator and said that the screams that came from the cell were screams that they had never heard before, and it was him cutting off his penis. So, okay. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure who it is. I think it might have been Jack the Ripper. I'm not sure. I don't think it was. I think it was somebody real. Maybe it was Hannibal. Was it Hannibal? Hannibal Lecter? What's the story with Hannibal Lecter in the prison cell? Is it Hannibal? I'm not sure. But they don't put these people in prison because there are horror stories of like, and this is one of the accounts that I heard from one of the worst. Like, it's a big guy. It's one of those big time like mass murderer names that like you think you hear him and you're like, oh, it's the guy. I think it is Hannibal. It has to be Hannibal. Maybe it's not, but I know that it was in a British prison. Takes bread, catch videos. It's like that everywhere, dude. Like, I mean, let's be honest here. Even the Epstein files are under cover up, like straight up. It doesn't take them down. It just gives them limited ads, which is crazy to me because you can make money. That like that family that was always playing pranks on that one kid, and like the whole family would do it. They had like 4 kids, and they would all like bully this kid, and eventually it led to the channel being taken down and CPS taking the kids because some of the pranks were so bad on that poor child that it actually like scarred him. Like he's fucked up. He's mentally fucked up from it. The inmates around the cell where the predator was being held with another inmate said that the screams after the lights had went out were so violent and so like excruciating sounding that all they could do was like cover their ears and hope that it stopped. And they said that it didn't stop at all. And when the guards showed up the next morning, the dude had like his penis like snipped off and was like shoved in his mouth. And they said that there was blood everywhere. But you know, I mean, like in all honesty, if you're going after kiddies, sucks to suck.
Why is that? It was a huge W point. Yeah, it's massive.
That's an actual case. Don't fucking strike me. It's knowledge.
Crime committed, and they do.
I'm not sure if it's a British. I think it's Hannibal, because that inmate ended up in the bottom of the prison, and there was only one guard that watches him specifically, and they don't let him out.
The right thing and arrest them. I mean, I really don't know any more of a proper channel than literally reporting to the police themselves.
Exactly.
We don't want to report to your crappy administrative system, Roblox. You guys absolutely suck.
If the administrative system worked, then you wouldn't have this problem in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
Minimum for this. No specific word is used. They're the 6th largest gaming company in the world, including Microsoft. They have no right to fail on this. No, they don't. And
to
again,
give you an idea, this company is very successful.
Like, you either need to throttle the amount of users on your platform, or you need to hire more people.
Yeah.
Or probably both. You can't, like, there's not a third option of, I guess we're just going to let everybody get groomed.
Yeah.
That's not an option.
Right here, when we caught them,
you reported them
immediately to Roblox.
I knew it.
With their arrest, these people will not be able to abuse.
Yeah, the Roblox situation is just crazy. I guarantee you, I wouldn't be surprised if Asmon had trouble with this video being posted and this guy having this video being posted with Roblox. I might have some trouble. I don't know if I'll actually clip it out or not, but yeah, it's just crazy. 2 days ago.
10
Boys,
years after the Supreme
This absolutely blew up overnight. And I figured it would. Updated. Kim Davis seeks to overturn 2015 same-sex marriage. News. So this one was 2 days ago. I believe we watched that one. So this should be an update. Let's
10
see.
years after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage across the United States, it could now be overturned. Senior Washington correspondent Devin Dwyer is on the story for us.
This might actually be happening, boys. I don't like to see it, but it might be happening.
All right, give us the deal, Devin. Who is actually asking the justices to overturn this?
Well, in recent years,
This was the same. This is the same one. That's so weird because like there were like 20 of them. Asked to overturn. Day ago. Oh yeah, no, this all blew up yesterday, huh? Why is this? Allowing same-sex couples to wed, making the 6th state. There's only 6 of these states? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. There's only 6 states in all of America that allow same-sex marriage. That's kind of crazy.
Is now
to
the
think.
6th and by movement was born. New York's Empire State Building was lit up in rainbow colors last night in honor of New York's historic vote legalizing same-sex marriage. Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the bill after 4 Republicans joined all but 1 Democrat to pass the measure. And New York, where the gay rights movement was born, is now the 6th and by far the largest state to allow same-sex marriage. For more on that, CBS News correspondent Seth Doan joins us in our studio. Great to have you with us, Seth. Good morning.
Good to be here. Good morning, Rebecca. As the legislative session dragged on this week, many questioned whether...
Look, the reason why they're bringing it back up is because of a lady that got sued and she faced jail time because she was the person that could wed somebody at her church. She got sued because she didn't want to betray her faith, because to her, you know, in the Bible or whatever, it says that, you know, oh, I don't even know how the fucking statement goes, but she thinks that it betrays her faith, and everyone's entitled to their own belief. But she is bringing it back up to the Supreme Court because she got sued and she had to pay for court proceedings and stuff, and she got jail time. And she's bringing it back up to the court because she wants to take it away again. And I kind of understand where she's coming from. I do. It's kind of fucked up that instead of going somewhere else, you can get courthouse married, instead of going somewhere else to get married. Like, there are other churches that you could have went to that you know, would have been more than willing to do it. You decided that you were going to bully this one person, which kind of makes me wonder if it wasn't intentional because you knew how that person would have responded. But it is kind of messed up, and it does kind of feel like it violates certain laws. She's specifically taking it to court. Why is the lady trying to overturn same-sex marriage? There's a specific amendment that prohibits it. Her First Amendment rights were violated when she was jailed and ordered to pay damages for refusing to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples due to her religious objections. So it was a First Amendment. It violates the first. It's not necessarily that she got. It's not that it's legal. It's that you could face harsh repercussions for refusing based on her religion, which I understand the reason why she would want to overturn it, because it's not right to make somebody go against what they believe in just to make yourself feel justified, if that makes any sense. Like, if she wanted to refuse to wed them, she should have been given the right to refuse to wed them. They could have went somewhere else, you know? The Constitution states that, yeah, it does. That's the First Amendment. That's the reason why she's wanting to overturn it. But you're right. I should probably just read out the First Amendment. What does the First Amendment state? Freedom of religion, speech, the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. So primarily focusing on freedom of religion. And I get it. I get why she would be mad. Because it is a violation of her First Amendment right. It is.
The bill would ever even make it to the Senate floor for a vote. The state's governor, Andrew Cuomo, who championed the bill, called it a complicated, difficult task. But in a marathon session, gay marriage in New York passed just after 10 o'clock last night.
Well, I'm happy for them, but if they ban it or make it illegal federally, it's not going to matter.
Thousands of gay marriage supporters poured into these Manhattan streets near Stonewall Tavern.
Because at the end of the day, just because the state makes it a law does not mean that it gets to violate the First Amendment.
Where the gay rights movement was sparked following a police raid in 1969.
Means that all of my friends can finally do the thing that they wanted to do, that I can do. It means that we're equal.
Ayes 33, nays 29.
Even inside the Senate chamber itself, applause broke out as the 33rd vote in favor of gay marriage was announced. Republicans
again, it's going to be, and I'm happy for New York. But I kind of feel like what's going to happen is they're going to make it to where the individual states can decide, but they're not going to enforce it. The fact that the lady went to jail because her First Amendment right was violated. It was violated. They should have went somewhere else instead of putting this lady in jail. That's what I think should have happened. Honestly.
State Senator.
There was no reason for that lady to have been prosecuted. There was no reason for her to be fined. It makes no sense. Like, her amendment right was violated. It's not okay.
They're going to be able to remake that and it.
Oh.
Well, they did it. Roblox decided to double down on their decision to ban and threaten legal action against someone that was trying to keep their platforms
Already, huh? Hold on.
Well, it's
Girl in Houston area after meeting man from... I don't see anything else new here. I can't watch this because I'm going to break something.
Platform.
The way they handled Uvalde makes me sick to my stomach.
Their platform safer for children, a responsibility Roblox doesn't seem to want to do themselves, at least not in an efficient way. So the quick and dirty of it, if you don't know...
That's okay. We're going to move on from that. We'll add it. We'll watch it tomorrow. Let's move on from the Roblox thing. Stream long video. Done. Okay, let's move on. So, DC is currently being, well, cleared out of all of its homeless people.
Police, bro. They getting them. They playing Pokemon over there. Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. So what's going on is the National Guard has been sent over to DC. They are removing all the homeless people. They're being told that they could either go to the homeless shelter or they can go to jail. And to be quite frank, I think this is a long time coming. I hope that whenever they're done with DC that they move on to other states. I do. I'm tired of seeing it. Like, just because well, you have to keep in mind that if they're on some kind of narcotic when they get booked at the police station, there's a good chance they may end up in like a rehabilitation center. So I'd imagine that a lot of homeless people that are on drugs, they're most likely going to go from the jail to the rehabilitation center. And if they end up back on the street, it's just going to be a cycle that keeps repeating. Well, it's not necessarily about being hired. It's about, like, not being able to go to the store without being chased down by a drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? Like, or someone that's trying to sell you something or asking for money. Like, I get that it sucks being homeless, but just because you're homeless doesn't give you the right to set up shop at a public park where there's supposed to be kids playing, where there's supposed to be families gathering. That doesn't give you the right to be there. That doesn't give you the right to block an overpass because you need a place to stay. That doesn't give you the right to sit there and go in between cars and ask for money. Like, you would be surprised how much money these people bring in. Like, a lot of homeless people, they have phones. They make a good amount of money being homeless. They just don't spend it well. They always spend it on stupid shit. That's the problem. I think, like, some people were able to get, like, $25 an hour being homeless, just walking through the street, getting people to give them money. You can get a lot of fucking money being homeless. And yes, I know some can work. Yes, you're not wrong, and you're not wrong for feeling this way, but at the same time, it's also causing a lot of problems. Like, not being able to go to a gas station without being, like, harassed by some guy trying to get money, or getting robbed, or who knows what else. Like, you would be surprised how many people that are homeless do things to get money. Like, it's a problem, yes. No doubt. This may not be the best way to solve the problem, but it's something. And my view of it is like, instead of counter-protesting this, instead of being at the Capitol protesting this, why don't you guys get money together and build them a home? You could build, like, a big home and you can house everybody. Better yet, if you really feel that way, if you feel that wrong about it, you always have a house. Why don't you put them in your backyard? You have a house, put them in your house. That's my view of it, is like, if there's really a problem with it and you want to do something, you can. Standing there with a sign picketing is not the way. You could give them jobs. You know how many of these people, if you gave them a roof over their head and you told them, if you do X, Y, and Z for me, I'll pay you X amount of money, how many of these people would probably get themselves together if you give them the fucking chance? Straight up. But letting them stay where they're at is not okay. Letting them be homeless is not okay. Letting them clutter around public parks and under overpasses and in the streets is not okay. There's so many other things that can be done with these people. Instead of getting these foreigners to come in and take our jobs, we could be giving these people our jobs. This is the first step in addressing a huge problem. Like, I think DC is number one most it's like the criminal capital of the freaking U.S. at this point. You know?
You're going. Your hands are already cuffed. You're going in the trunk.
You know that there are rehabilitation programs for homeless people, right? There are programs that give people a place to stay temporarily where you could get back on your feet once you get a job. These homeless people are choosing not to utilize these because they're making a lot of money sitting out in the middle of the day, you know, like they're not doing anything. They're getting fucked up on drugs and getting high as shit, and instead of utilizing the programs at hand, yeah, it sucks. They suck. But if you've got nothing else better to do, why not do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not apply for, like, there are so many programs that are offered to these people, and they just don't do it because they want to sit on their ass out in the middle of public and get high. Not enough for the amount of people. Well, I do think that it's also the facilities' fault. The facilities that facilitate these people that can help them, they need to get out. They need to get off their asses and get out to where these homeless people congregate, and they need to give them flyers to go there so they can get help. It's not just a one-way problem. It's both ways. There's always something that can be done.
Yep. Catching what? Idiots. Just shut the fuck up. You're getting in the, get in the box.
And you have to keep in mind, this isn't a new law. Vagrancy and congregating like this in areas is illegal. It was a law that's been around for years. In fact, if you see a homeless person with a shopping cart, they made it illegal for you to have a shopping cart so that way they could lock up homeless people. These laws have been in place for years. They just haven't been enforced. That's the problem.
Get in the box.
And look, I know that there isn't enough space for these homeless people, but you do realize that jail populations, the jails themselves get paid based on however many people they have in there. So, if anything, this could give them more money to expand and have the space. That's one of the shitty parts about the way our system's set up.
Nope.
Like I said, they are being offered to go to homeless shelters. They can either go to the homeless shelters or they can go to jail. That's their alternatives.
In the box.
Go ahead, bro.
Get in the box.
And the homeless shelters give them opportunities. Like, homeless shelters are one of those tools that you could utilize to get a damn job. Like, you can't sit here and say that there's nothing these people can do other than sitting on a street corner. No, there's a lot they can do. They just choose to sit on a street corner because they make enough to pay for their drug habit. Like, that's how it is. That's really how it is.
Time to get in the box.
What the fuck?
That's a lot of words for somebody that's about to get in the box.
Kids on me and I'm not giving it to y'all, bro. Don't text me, bro.
How else are they supposed to handle it? Like, the reason why it's such a big shock right now is because it hasn't been handled in over, like, probably 10 years. Like, these laws have been around forever. They just haven't enforced them. So, of course, they would need to mobilize the National Guard to start cleaning this up. Like, not doing anything is a problem. Letting it continue is a bigger problem. So, like, at least they're stepping in and doing their part, you know?
On me. That's all he asked. Why am I arrested?
Oh, they got backup.
Listen, why am I arrested? I don't listen, why? Y'all niggas think y'all can do whatever y'all want. I don't give a fuck about that badge. I'm a personal trainer, nigga.
How you gonna punch him? How you gonna... Good Lord. Hostile NPC.
God damn!
I'm a personal...
Talking about how he's gonna beat them up or anything like that? Yeah, bro, like, that's...
Enormous amount of legislation that handcuff police officers, exposes them
Why not
to...
now? Better late than never, I guess. I mean, there are a lot of people... So, for example, like, a young lady that was near a park in D.C. got shot in her arm because of a bad drug deal that happened between a couple homeless people. This really happened. And she's happy now that she's out of the hospital and they're doing something about this. Not to mention, they have congressmen that are being robbed at gunpoint. Like, you have people that are having a lot of problems, like, you know, cars getting broken into, stuff like that. You can't always lead with why now? Why not now? Why not start today so that way you can pave the future? They're not being hurt. These people aren't being hurt. They're just being rounded up and taken off the streets. They're probably going to get the help they need. They're going to end up where they need to be, which is, unfortunately, if they decide, jail or in the homeless shelter where they can get job opportunities and actual help that they need getting off these drugs and away from these criminals. Because, I mean, let's be honest, not every homeless person is a criminal, but there's a good majority of them that are, and we're getting them off the street. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with forcing them to make a decision on, you can either go to jail or you can actually get some help, because a lot of these people, a lot of them have this pity mentality of like the victim card. Look, life sucks, I get it. But sitting on your ass out in the middle of nowhere on like public property or private property, that's not okay. If you can't get a job where you're at, then move. Go somewhere else. Walk it. You're homeless. Get you a little shopping cart whenever it wasn't illegal, and take it, go somewhere else, get a job. But just not doing anything is not a solution to this problem. It may not be the best decision, but they're doing something. That's all that really matters.
Criminal liability, even when they do their jobs properly. And now, 5 years later, our authorized sworn strength is 4,000 sworn police officers. We currently have 3,180. So we have more than 800 vacancies.
I have lived it. I've stayed at a trailer where the hallway was completely gone, and if you stepped out of the living area, you stepped onto the ground just to get to the bathroom. We had barely ever had power. My father is a drug addict, alcohol abuser. If my dad spent the majority of his time in jail away from alcohol and pill popping and going through withdrawals over and over again, I guarantee you he'd have stopped. If he had went to jail for the back child support that he owes us, he would have stopped, because they would have forced him to get help. Because that's what jail's for. It's not just a place to let people sit. There are work programs whenever you get out that help people who are felons find jobs. There are work programs for people who have been addicted to drugs in there. There are programs to help you get off and find other things. Jail isn't just jail. It's a rehabilitation. I absolutely think that going to jail would solve these problems. What other place is there? You get a roof over your head, you get 2 square meals, and you get someone that's going to tell you to go with God. What's wrong with that? That's why they exist, to rehabilitate these people, to put them back as a working member of society. Why do you think that whenever these people that are done killing people, they have a chance to be paroled out and they can become a working member of society again? Jail isn't just a place to rot, it's a rehabilitation. That's the whole reason why it exists. A lot of people seem to forget that. Depends on what you got on your record. Again, if you don't want to do the time and you don't want the repercussions, then don't commit the crime. It takes a lot to get a felony. Now, most of these people that are doing these drugs and that are on the streets, they're not going to get no felony. They'll get an arrest on record, but that's nothing. What they can gain from it is what matters. They can get into rehabilitation programs from going to jail or going to the homeless shelter. There's more positive that could come from this than negative. Most of these people aren't going to go on parole. Like, you do realize that a lot of these people, the reason why they are homeless is probably because they have warrants out for their arrest. They can't get a job because they know that if they get a background check done, they're going to get got. Because every job nowadays does background checks. So, like, that's the reason why my father only ever worked for cash. Like, I've seen these programs. I've seen what they can do. You forget that I was a firefighter, dude. Like, we checked out everything whenever we did our routine. Like, I've seen areas worse than DC. I worked it. Like, we checked everything out whenever we did our routine. Whenever we first got there, they showed us the CB where the communication department was. They brought us over to the police department. They talked about all the programs they offer. Like, and that was a rough neighborhood too. That was a badass neighborhood, bro. These programs exist for their help. If they don't want to utilize them and they want to be homeless, then that's kind of on them. Again, it kind of falls down to if you don't want a felony, don't commit the crime. The felony is a deterrence from you committing the crime. Then don't do the crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, most of these people aren't going to get felonies. You got to have like a lot of drugs to get a felony.
Vacancies for the position of police officer.
Wow.
And the way the department makes up for that gap is through 2 million hours of mandatory.
I hate to break it to you, but you can't get a job right now anyway. It don't matter if you're homeless or if you got something on your record. I tried for almost a year and a half to get a job. I couldn't. I got a friend right now who's pretty much fucking homeless himself. He's staying at home with his parents. He got evicted from his apartment because he got fired from a CVS company. This happened in December of last year. Obviously, because it's not December. But it don't really matter. You can't get a job right now anyway. Damn near impossible.
Overtime every year. So the fact that
and the thing is that, like, if you got cops on overtime, I bet they're in a bad mood. I do. I bet, because how many of y'all like ever work 60, 80 hours a week? You're strung out,
I've
man.
worked 120 hours in 1 week before. What's crazy is that as a firefighter, you don't start making overtime until 160. To give you an idea of how long our work weeks are. And that shit sucks. I literally would get off after 2 days of being on, and then I would go home for literally like maybe 20 hours, and then I'd be back up the next day going back into work.
A lot of y'all, like,
days.
probably 60 hours in, you're tired. Like, you're not. You're more irritable. Like, you're in a bad mood. You might be annoyed. Like, yeah, you're making money, sure, but like you deal with this overtime every week. Exactly, right? And so that's really what the problem is. And so you what I'm saying is that, like, paying police officers overtime creates like a second order effect of more negative police interactions because you're overworking.
I hate that a lot of the companies in the US, they're like, we'll give you overtime. You want everyone wants overtime, right? No. Nobody wants overtime. What's the point of having all the goddamn money if you can't spend it? You ain't got the time to because you're too goddamn tired from work, dude. It sucks. Overtime is terrible. Like, whenever I hear, well, we give mandatory overtime, like, nah, it ain't, no. It means you can't keep people. That's what that means to me. Whenever I hear it, I've heard so many jobs be like, oh, you make overtime, so you'll make a whole bunch of money. Whenever I hear that, I get a red flag now that tells me you can't keep people. That's why you're doing that. It's because you can't keep people in these positions because they're quitting because you're overworking them. That's what's going on. Lot of fucking jobs I got hired at in Texas do that.
People. You guys see kind of how this is the domino effect, right?
We need help
how it
from
happens.
federal law enforcement and maybe even the National Guard. It shouldn't come as a surprise, and we agree with that. I think one of the issues here, though, is that we all know that's going to be temporary. So
you used to pay a whole bunch in taxes for overtime, but I don't think that's a thing anymore now that Trump passed the no taxes on overtime. There's no taxes on tips and no taxes on overtime now.
to fix this problem and make sure that it doesn't ebb and flow and that the feds come in and we lower crime. And
You
then
can say what you want about Trump, but he's trying. I don't like him, but I see that he's trying, even if I'm very skeptical with the Epstein
even
stuff.
we're left holding the bag. It's very important that people know that there is underlying legislation that needs to be corrected so that we can actually properly staff this police department in order to properly police
What's
this.
crazy is these systems have been in place to put these people in jail, these homeless people in jail for as long as I can remember, to be honest. And once they're in jail, they get the help they need. So it just kind of blows my mind that everyone's having a conniption fit over this.
Yeah, no, he's totally right about this. I mean, it's absolutely insane the amount of bullshit that's going on. And a mass shooting and murder in my front lawn, oh my God, bro, like, what the fuck is...
And you would be surprised at how many of these people, the reason why they're homeless is because they've gotten like 7 or 8 like arrests on, or like felonies or something crazy.
going on? Yeah, and like, this place is just an absolute shithole, bro.
I mean, like, and then you got these homeless people going into these stores and swiping stuff, and then the stores are having to shut down because they can't afford to be open.
Literal shithole.
Keep swiping
Let me
stuff.
see. So they're arresting all homeless people too. Let me see if I find this homeless, DC, clean homeless DC cleanup, bro. That's what they call it. They call it a cleanup. Okay, give me a minute. Here it is.
Well, that's true, but again, if the problem is going to be this big, then I'm sure that they're going to be passing some more legislation instead of giving like $50 million to like a foreign.
Also, completely unrelated topic. Regarding
Country.
the president's efforts in Washington, D.C., do you have any specifics about how homeless people will be dealt with, where they would be moved to? What does this look like?
I do, yes, and it's an important question, so thank you for raising it.
Yeah.
The Metropolitan Police Department, with the support of new federal agencies who have been surging on the streets of the District of Columbia, are going to enforce the laws that are already on the books here in Washington, D.C. For far too long, these laws have been completely ignored, and the homelessness problem has ravaged the city. So D.C. Code...
The real goal of those laws was to prevent it from getting this bad, but when you've got a bunch of people that just ignore it, then we've got to deal with the new problem of, holy shit, there's a lot of people.
So homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services.
See?
And if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
Exactly.
Again, these are
There you go. There you go. Seek help or go to jail. There's no more in between. You can't sit here and be a fucking NPC and do drugs. You can either go and get help, get back on your feet, or go to jail, and the same outcome's going to happen regardless. Vagrancy is not a felony. I think it's a misdemeanor even. I don't even think it's that big of a deal. And it falls off really fast.
Existing laws that are already on the books, they have not been enforced, which is part of
That's the problem. They just haven't been enforced. Then you've got a buildup of all these people like a blood clot in your vein, and then once you clear it, the heart's like, "Ugh!" and then it's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for this federalizing of the National Guard, to bring in this assistance for law enforcement while we are.
Well, you do realize that if you go to a store and a lot of their stuff is overpriced, it's because they're trying to make up for. Because like that means that they're on the brink of shutting down. If you go to a store and you've got toothpaste in security boxes, like at a Walmart, that store is about to be shut down because there is more theft than there is sales. That's why they raised the price. That's why they do that. Like if you go, like for example, CVS and Walgreens, you could go to a Walmart, actually a better one, Target and Walmart. Target is fancy. Walmart is not. But it depends on where you go, where the Target is located. Because you'll see like $25, this is extreme, like $25 for some fucking toothpaste. Well, it's $23 if I go to the Target up the road. Yeah, but we got theft. They got to figure out a way to stay open if there's so much theft that they're having to put shit in security boxes.
Targeting criminals and trying to remove criminals off of the streets. We also want to make DC safe.
And the only reason why I know that is because I have worked in retail as a manager. And let me tell you what, the furniture department stinks.
Beautiful, and that involves removing mentally disturbed individuals and homeless encampments as well.
Those are the Nevrons.
So we will be using these regulations and code that already exists to clean up our streets. And we've already had great success. Not many of you picked up on this, but the United States Park Police has actually done remarkable work in terms of removing homeless encampments from the city. Since the president signed this executive order in March, 70 homeless encampments have been removed by the U.S. Park Police. There are only 2 homeless encampments remaining in
Those are the last bosses. Those are the big ones.
DC federal parks under the National Park Service's jurisdiction, and the removal of those 2 remaining camps is scheduled for this week. So the U.S. Park Police will be leading this effort alongside MPD.
You'll get got, boys.
There it is. And so they're obviously doing this shit like, exactly. And this is, here's another one right
Lots of them.
Yeah.
This is just a very small.
I don't really think, I don't think I've seen any rich people? Are you sure about that? Maybe. Maybe rich people steal. I don't really think I've seen anyone who's middle class steal either, unless they just want the excitement of it.
God damn, bro. This is the capital?
Like, are you referring to, like, stealing from, like, a store? Or are you talking about stealing, like, millions from some investor or something weird? Because, like, if that makes any sense, like, because, like, I just don't see a rich person who's got a lot of money going into a store to steal stuff if they're rich. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why put that at jeopardy?
This is like, what the hell is this? What the fuck? Look at this.
And here is actually another one.
This is the capital of America.
It's
a disgrace.
Over with
See,
my God.
I understand things are bad, but the fact that you can't even go to the park without having all this shit here, this is unacceptable. What's crazy is our taxpayer dollars pay for those parks. To have all this shit here. It looks bad to the taxpayers. Regardless of what the emotional thing is here, it's bad. If, it's just bad.
There are,
the Doge members,
here, living here.
Look at them all.
They just left all of these.
Look, they got all their shit out here and everything. This is insane.
Somebody's home. Someone's
See, this is the reason why I get pissed off. We send money over to fucking Israel.
Well,
because not all these people
even
are not bad people a lot of the times, right? These are people that maybe have substance.
Even if rich people steal, it doesn't really solve the fact that, these people are on public property and you can't utilize the public property. Like, you wouldn't send a kid to go play around in here, obviously, because you'd be scared. God only knows what could happen.
Abuse problem.
And the thing is that taxpayers are paying for this. So, like, it's not like they're going to people's private property and evicting people. This is public property that's being overtaken by homeless people. Like,
they lost their job, like some bad shit happened to them. Like, I say, fuck funding these other countries. We gotta fund the people that live in this goddamn park.
I agree.
We gotta help them.
Like, I'd imagine that like $83 million could easily get these people houses. Easily. Instead of sending it to some fucking foreign country, spend $83 million to get each one of these people a fucking house. But here's the kicker. Here's the real problem with it. Let's say you do buy one of these people a house. You don't think they're just not going to turn around and lose it all because of their drug habits? They will. Just because you get them a house doesn't solve the underlying. They're in that position because of the bad decisions they made. That's why they're there. Like, at the end of the day, a lot of bad decisions were made. That's usually what happens whenever a catastrophic failure occurs. Usually there's multiple things that lead up to the catastrophic failure of something. spending on making a new room. You know why I turned out great? Because I saw what drugs and alcohol does to somebody, and I said I wanted nothing of it. That's the thing, is that that's why I don't see any sympathy for these people. I have no sympathy for it. I've lived it, I've been there, I've seen it, I've dealt with it. I've literally shaken hands with it. This is their decision. They are the ones getting up and doing the drugs. They are the ones doing this. It's hard, yes. Nothing in life is easy. But you make it harder on yourself by not getting the help you need. There's plenty of people that will be willing to help these people. There are facilities set up for the government that will gladly help these people. They're actively choosing to continue down this path. That's their decision. I have almost gotten into fistfights with people that have tried to force drugs on me. I don't care, dude. Like, I guess that's really the reason why I have no sympathy for this. I've seen what it does to families. I've seen what it can do. I've seen what happens. I've heard stories of my own dad being told to my mother of him sitting on a porch foaming at the mouth from popping pills. I have zero sympathy for this. Like, this doesn't just affect them. I guarantee you there's a group of family members that knows what's happening to this person, and they're actively not helping them until they seek the help themselves. You can't help somebody unless they want help. These people don't want help. They want to sit here and be vagrants on the fucking thing. That's the problem. And now they're being evicted and they're mad.
And now
Is that your chair?
sanitation is
It's close.
taking it away. I think they're trying to figure out.
You know what's even crazier? Every time I pick up my controlled substance, my ADHD medication, there is so much help for this, for addiction, that I get a pamphlet in my medication with numbers to dial if I'm needing help to get off of addiction. At a fucking Walmart or a CVS or a Walgreens. There's no excuse for this. There isn't. Their failure and their only failure in their lives is because they stopped trying. When you stop trying, you're better off dead. And I'll say that now to the day I die. When you stop learning, when you stop trying, when you just give up, you got breath, you got the ability to move, keep trying. That's the only real failure in life.
Man, that's the way I see it.
I don't believe anyone is in there.
Do you think there's no money for these people? This is by design?
Many of them have.
Maybe. Yeah, and you see that that's what they're doing. Yeah, they're collecting all their shit and throwing it away. And it's not really a surprise. And there it is, yeah. They have the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a shelter, to be offered addiction and mental health services, and if they refuse, they'll go to jail. Thank God. Thank God. The thing is, a lot of these people are fucking crazy. They're crazy nutballs, and you gotta do something about them. You do. Like, you gotta, this is crazy.
We're going to be removing homeless.
I can't tell you how many homeless people I have arrived on scene to help. Whenever I was working for the one that I was at, like, they're just standing in the street, they get hit by cars. I think I've been to at least 4 of them where they were where we showed up and they had just been standing in the middle of the fucking street and they got struck by a car in the middle of the night, and it's like, who do you even blame for that? They're wearing all black, there's no street lights because the community's too poor to afford it. Probably because most of the money's getting sucked up into programs like these, or for like their parks and stuff, if they have any. Like,
encampments from all over our parks, our beautiful, beautiful.
And by the way, anybody like, so if you think that this isn't popular, you know that you retarded. Number one, you retarded. But think about, like, if you had a family, would you want to take your family to a park where a bunch of them are at? No,
Yeah,
absolutely not. 100% no. So like it's everybody thinks they want to be like, oh well, like let's see how they feel, right? Fuck no, yeah, fuck no, right? And so really, it's extremely popular. Well,
he could talk about this too. His mom died with over $100,000 in debt. He was close to losing the house. He used to get, his teeth were so fucked up because he couldn't go to the dentist that he would pop his teeth and he'd rub the blood on the wall where he slept. He was just as poor. Well, I was poorer. I hate to say that, but he was just as poor as most poor people. Like, that's the reason why his teeth are fucked up. He'd talk about whenever he would be raiding in World of Warcraft and he had this tooth that kept jabbing in the side of his tongue. He finally got tired of it and he went into the next room and broke the tooth with a pair of pliers he had. He said that every night whenever he would go to bed, he would have such massive headaches from the amount of, like, fucked up teeth he had in his head that the room would be spinning. No, that makes you a good man, Nigel. Don't ever let that go away. I get your defense, but it's one of those things where, do you feel strongly enough to let these people stay in your house around your family? Because if the answer to that is no, then they need to get the help they need. Because, like, someone like you and me, we can't just take this person in off the street and expect them to have good intentions. A lot of family members do that. And you know what ends up happening the next morning when they wake up? Their wallet's gone. Their money's gone. Something is stolen. Family members let these people in all the time. And they wake up the next morning and something is missing. Happened to my mom one too many times with my father.
It's not politically correct to say this, but all you need to do is watch how people behave, and that's the real truth. That's what.
Well, the thing is this is free. You don't need money to help these people. They just don't want help. If they wanted to get a home, they wanted to get a job, they wanted to do these things, it's free. The government provides it. They're just actively choosing not to do it. You can go to a rehabilitation program, then go to the homeless shelter where they'll keep job openings posted and listed for you to go get a job. Like, the help is there, they're not seeking it. You can't help somebody that's got an. It's like what my fiance's grandfather said. If you spend $15,000 in a day and you're out of money, it's not because the things that you were doing cost a lot of money. It's that you ran out of money. You would have kept going if you still had money. That's the problem. An addiction it's bad. You will do and hurt whatever, you will hurt and do whatever it takes to get that next fix. Whatever it takes. Including hurting family members as well.
What people really think.
A lot of people can't.
That's what's actually going on.
They're very dirty.
That's reality.
We got a lot of problems.
A lot of
we've
problems.
already started that. We're moving the encampments away, trying to take care of.
Put them on the moon.
Some of those people, we don't know how they even got there.
It's only popular among people who don't have to live with this shit. Yeah. I mean, I don't really like. I mean, personally, like, I mean, I don't really care that much about this. I don't really give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's plenty of homeless people where I'm at. Like, they got their own little fucking rust bases that they got built up. I just think it's interesting to watch. But like, I know that I'm the minority. I'm also like, I could probably outrun like most crackheads. And so like, really, I'm not really in danger of anything, right? Like, there's nothing that's really going to happen to me. So it's easy for me to say that it's not a problem because I just run away.
Some of those people are from different countries, different parts of the world. Nobody knows who they are. They have no idea.
You couldn't?
But
No, trust me.
We're getting rid of the people from underpasses and public spaces from all over the city. There
That's
are
Rufus under
many
the bridge.
places that they can go, and we're going to help them.
Well, his view of it is kind of the same as mine. Like, he is in a way actually helping, funny enough. He says all the time that he pays triple digits in taxes. When you do your taxes, you are helping this. You are funding the programs that get these people help. You're funding the police to give these people to those programs. You are funding the government to enforce these programs. We already are helping. It's just that it hasn't been enforced. You help these people every time you collect a paycheck. Every time you go to the store and you buy something, that money's going towards these programs. Like, every U.S. citizen is helping these people, which should tell you there's not enough money that can help people that don't want help. If you want help, there's a plethora of help for people who want it. If you don't want help and you want to stay an addict and you just want to get your next fix, no amount of money is going to help you. That's the problem.
You can help.
You got to get rid of him.
But they'll not be allowed to turn our capital into a wasteland for the world to see.
Yeah, there it is, right? And so you got another one right here, and this is it. Yep. Well, I got here. I mean, I pulled in the building at
federal law enforcement.
What do you mean call for help? What do you think?
Union Station in D.C.
Oh, she got that bullshit on her ears too. Oh, wow. We got ourselves an elite here. She's really about that life.
Where folks on the ground are telling me that they are about to start rounding up unhoused people tonight.
You mean homeless?
Today was a weird day. I'm not
The
gonna lie.
folks here at the encampment in front of Union Station are handing out these whistles to give.
Instead of handing out buying those dumbass whistles, she should have used that money to get these people maybe like some motels or an apartment. Maybe get them like some shower tokens, you know.
To unhoused folks. That way they have a way to call for help if they are kidnapped by federal
You know
law.
what's crazy? To give you an idea, whenever I was going through high school couch hopping, I would always think of places that I could go in case I got kicked out. Where I could go to take a shower, where I could go to sleep for like at least 2 or 3 hours and then leave. A place to charge my phone. I always had that in the back of my head. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it.
What do you mean call for help? What do you think they're gonna do? Like, what do you like? What do you mean call for help? Like, call from help from who? Like, this is amazing. Like, you really, honestly, we need to have a system. I really want to have a system. I would do this where these people get to live with those people. I do. I would make a system like that. And I would, you know, everybody knows what would happen.
Asmongold strikes me as a
Everybody
person
knows.
who rose from.
Yeah, it make it a law. Yeah, now you have to make it a TV show. Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. Yes.
He hates rich people too. Don't get it twisted. He hates how many programs there are that people are able to get out of because of taxes. Like he wants people that are richer to get taxed more. He's like, I pay I pay six figures in taxes. I want it to be more. But he also doesn't want his tax money to go to stupid shit, like busting in a bunch of fucking immigrants up in New York and giving them apartments and free food and haircuts. That's what he doesn't want. I would be okay if taxpayer money went towards that for homeless people. I don't want no fucking immigrants coming from a different country doing that. I don't give a fuck about them. What about all the homeless people we have that need places to stay? That need help?
Trade their houses for rent? Yeah, they'll just annoy everyone with the whistling. Yeah, make it a show, call it Karen's House. Unhoused people, make it sound passive like they had no choice. A lot of people that are homeless are actually victims.
He doesn't care emotionally. He thinks logically of right and wrong. A little bit like what I do. I think logically about right and wrong, especially if I've been through it. Like, he is not beneath a lot of the stuff that he talks about. And funny enough, what's crazy is that if you can prove him wrong during a live stream, he'll even admit he was wrong. He'll be like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. I was wrong. He's not an asshole. He's just saying like what it is. He's pulling all of his emotion out of it. He's thinking about it logically, and he's giving you an answer. That's what he does. Yeah, I think he might be an alien. Who knows?
In bad circumstances. Not everybody that's homeless is a crackhead, drug addict, lazy piece of shit. I'm actually like, as I've said before, I'm actually the most empathetic streamer.
He's the most empathetic, most humble, most everything.
Knows that by now, but in case people forgot.
To give you an idea, this man's worth millions. Millions. He's so filthy fucking rich, he doesn't know what to do with it. And he doesn't spend a dime of it. He's still staying in his childhood home. He has a hole in his roof that he fell through that he hasn't patched up yet. He bought one car last year, and that was it. He's so filthy fucking rich, it's not even funny. He doesn't care. He doesn't hoard things. He doesn't do shit like that. He gets up and he streams every single day. That's right. He doesn't care.
I am. And so I know that these people have problems. But you don't solve those problems by letting them live in a tent outside the Washington Monument. That's not how you don't help them by letting them live in a tent and fucking crash out on fentanyl.
Thank you.
Disconnect for 3 hours.
I agree.
That doesn't help them.
And so if you're in the area and able to swing by right in front of Union Station, they have tons of these. Bring them back to folks in your community so they have a way to call for help. If you are not in DC, I'm going to tag free.
What do you mean call for help? Who's going to help them? You do realize that if a homeless person is being arrested and you interfere with that, you're going to go to jail too, right? What the fuck do you mean help?
Project.
Instead of doing that, why don't you give them a fucking house? Why don't you give them a place at your home? You could even use your backyard. Tell them, hey, yo, check out my backyard. You guys can pop up as many fucking tents as you want. What do you mean, help? What?
They are an excellent organization helping the community here locally. Definitely follow them, support them if you can.
It's always privileged, middle-aged, white women that have been in gated communities their whole fucking life, that have gotten most of their wealth from mommy and daddy, that are out here making these statements, and they're not the ones that got to live in these areas. They're not the ones that have to worry about their son or daughter going into one of these parks and getting molested by a goddamn sicko. Like, so of course they're going to sit here and say this.
and help spread the word, because this is how a fascist authoritarian regime starts. So I will be on the ground in DC reporting on...
No, Asmon would just run away. He says it straight up. He's like, nah, I just run.
The shit show happening. So stay tuned.
So you just got another one of these privileged, overprivileged, obnoxious, delusional, suicidal empathy, upper middle class white girl that, I mean, let's be honest, like if you've got all this if you are this young and you've got money to get tattoos like this, these are some good tattoos. You've got piercings, you've got all this stuff, you've got time to go out and fuck around with this. Your life is way too fucking comfortable. That's what it is. You have
because like that's another thing. It's like if you got the time to be out here doing this dumb shit, you obviously ain't got a job. You probably collect some kind of weird like trust fund check. Like, again, why don't you offer these people to go stay at your place or stay at in the back of your yard?
Completely comfortable life, and you don't understand. Like, this is a very overprivileged. Exactly, completely overprivileged, massively overprivileged. She an OnlyFans girl? I don't know if she's OnlyFans. I have no idea. I don't really, like, as I said, I don't know about that. But oh, here we go. Homeless man is angry that President Trump is kicking out the homeless from DC. Uh-oh.
He's saying he don't want to see a tent on his streets. He don't want to see. Yeah, it pissed me off. That pissed me off because here it is, no crime being committed, no drugs out there, no alcohol.
But there is crime being committed. Vagrancy is illegal. It's illegal. It's like the immigration thing all over again. They're illegal immigrants. Well, they're not committing it. They're illegal. It's in the name. Ah! Think about it for a second.
Oh,
tell me there's no crimes? There's nothing like that?
And that's bullshit. You know he can't be in every one of their tents. Them people are so good at hiding the fact that they do drugs, it's not even funny, dude.
It's happening. What about like fucking like you really think that you're able to just make a tent and just live in a public park?
That's not how the world works.
That. Like you can't do that. Like what do you mean?
Telling people I don't want to see you out here. I don't want to see your tent because he take this highway every day.
Yeah.
Okay, take another highway.
Everybody's got to drive around you. We all got to drive around you because you want... No, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. What is this? Is it a public health thing?
Yo, that's probably like a $300 tent. Tents are fucking expensive. Could have saved that money up and gotten like a down payment on an apartment eventually. How you can get $300 to get a tent? Think about this. You can get a tent for $300. Doing what? You can afford to buy the tent? Let's think about this for 5 seconds. Hold on, wait a minute. So how'd you get the money to get a tent? You could have gotten it's $50 a night to get a motel or a hotel. Could have went there, gotten a shower for $50. Got a shower, probably got some food in the lobby, probably slept on a good bed, could have used the internet to apply for a bunch of jobs. Like, $50 for these people could go a long way if you're not spending it all on drugs and a fucking tent. That's a huge tent. That looks brand new, too.
A dump? What you see over there? Uh-oh.
I once had a little respect for the man, but this here kicking a man deeper under the bridge.
Yeah.
You know, we already ain't got nothing, but he just kicking us deeper into the dirt.
As opposed to the good decision, which would be to let you continue living in a tent. In the middle of fucking nowhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's really evicting a tent.
All because we got a tent up on somebody's property.
You don't even know who it is.
somebody, I don't know. Oh, he's obviously like, you know you're bullshitting. You know you're bullshitting, and that's why you're trying. Oh, somebody, I don't know. Like, we don't know.
State somebody property, and ain't nobody handing out no signature. Nobody putting their signature on nothing. They all basically going.
It's because it's owned by the taxpayers, guy. That's why. Like, I've never understood why they allowed this for as long as they did. Those shopping carts there, that's illegal. There's a law that prevents people from having shopping carts away from a distribution center. For this reason. That the shopping cart law was put into place to catch people that were homeless and put them in jail. That's why it exists.
Whose shopping carts are these? Not yours.
Well, if Trump was homeless, he wouldn't be in the White House.
This is like, bro, you know
he
what
wouldn't
this
be
reminds me of?
president.
Remember the first day of New World, whenever everybody had their own little tents out? And like outside of every little town, there'd be a bunch of little tents.
Into basically like the gates of hell, which is a shelter.
Wow. So this is how it was.
Oh, geez.
And you can see all the flags.
Look at that. They're right next to
and everything too. The embassies.
That's crazy.
Very clear the government doesn't care about its citizens. Yep, I guess not. They don't give a fuck. It's so incredibly sad. It really is. It is, absolutely. And, oh no. Let me guess.
Hey,
Another one.
comrades, if you're in the DC...
I knew it! That was so easy.
The homeless to flee DC. Now's your chance to show that.
Houseless. I really, really urge you.
Yeah, look. Right here. I meme, therefore I am, said this. Democrats, don't be like your comrade telling the homeless to flee DC. Now's your chance to show that compassion you always talk about. Open your homes. Or was it all just talk? It's easy to preach kindness when it costs nothing. Time to prove it. I agree with that statement. I absolutely 1000% agree with that statement. 1000% agree with that statement.
And you are houseless. I really, really urge you, for your own safety, to get out of there or get to the suburbs. Please.
Why don't you just let them live at your house?
He's talking about rounding houseless people up in the DC area. Please get out of DC.
I don't understand what this weird Karen obsession is behind not using the word homeless.
They're homeless.
Like houseless and homeless. I'm sorry, bro, but this is the same thing. It's not like one of them is good and the other one is bad. Like unhoused, homeless, like this is all the same shit. Like, I don't even think one sounds better. Like, it doesn't even sound better. It's just like, it's just some made up bullshit that these people go and do. It's the same logic as an immigrant. No, that's a different situation, right? And what they're really doing to the homeless in DC, what are they doing? Let's see. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's a spitter. He spits. He spits.
Hey. No, you don't understand. What this guy really needs to do is he needs to live outside the yogurt shop for the rest of his life. That's actually what's going to help him.
It's kind of crazy because this guy could be on Social Security. There ain't even a reason for this motherfucker to be homeless. He ain't got legs. He could literally be on Social Security right now. They'd be paying for him to have an apartment. Why is he homeless? What's the deal there? Literally, what's the deal there?
No. Being helped by the authorities and like having a place to go in. No. Absolutely not.
He could have an apartment paid for. He could have a little check coming in. He could be on food stamps. What's the reason why he's out here being homeless? What's that about?
It's a spit bag. Wait,
apartmentless, that's a good one. And now he got a bag over his head because he's spitting at police officers.
Because he doing that fucking Jurassic Park Velociraptor shit? Oh my God. Wow, I did not expect that even for a second. Okay. No, go ahead, explain it.
Uh-oh, someone's getting on the... This will probably be the last thing that we watch here. This is sad and dehumanizing. What the fuck are those cops doing?
Why has he got the bag on his head?
Oh, no.
No, go ahead, explain it.
It's because he's spitting, that's why. I know exactly why he's got a bag on his head.
Why is that?
Oh, I hope this guy doesn't make a fool of himself.
Tua? Exactly. Like, nobody wants this. What is it, man? I don't know. It's most likely for his privacy.
Oh, God.
So you don't even know? So wait a minute. So even I don't even understand. So let me get this straight. I'm gonna just this is what I don't understand from people like this, right? Is that you say it's for his privacy, but don't you think that's a good thing? So then how would it be dehumanizing? Because wouldn't you want him to maintain his privacy? So even under your own logic that you've created, it's not a problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's dishonest. Yeah, so even that. Now, no, bro. He's spitting on people, bro. It's nasty. Who does this? I can promise it's to protect them from the spit, bro. Believe me. I know. It's contradicting. Nah, it's suicidal empathy. Just like I said before, just like I say again. Homeless was made up to sound nicer than hobo and vagrant. I think vagrant sounds good. That sounds.
I think vagrant sounds kind of cool. Or vagabond is what you can play as in Elden Ring.
That's like a fucking. I don't think they have that class in Dark Souls. Well, let's see. What about homo?
Can't say
I don't know about that, man. I don't think they have that class in Dark Souls. Well, let's see. I'll see if there's another one here. And is it pro?
Our taxpayer dollars here. If people are afraid to come to D.C., go to Disney World, get fat, eat French fries. I don't care. I've lived here 37 years. I am not afraid. I live in the city. I'm not afraid of this city. If you're afraid, go ahead. Leave your fear someplace else.
I bet this guy lives in a nice big piece of real estate with a big old fence that wraps the entire property. And a big old white community filled with rich people.
But do you...
Nah, bro. Like, I wonder where this dude lives. I wonder where he.
It's easy to say that when you're not the one that lives around it. When you're not the one that suffers from this.
Do you think he lives around the Nevrons? I bet he doesn't. And also, like, this is the other thing too, is that like he's an able-bodied man, and he's older, but he's not old. So you are in a position that you can defend yourself against most crackheads. The majority of crackheads, you could probably fend them off.
But the thing is that he's cashing a check for somebody who has a baby in their arms, or somebody who's 5'5", or 5'4", or 5'3", or a woman that's 5'3". These people cash checks they don't ever have to actually fill. It's a whole different story when you've lived it and you've been a part of it, or you're currently being a part of it.
So you don't even think about this. He's in his prime. He's probably not in his prime. I've got a feeling he's not in his prime. But and that's a compliment, right? But my point is that the guys that say this are the ones that you're cashing checks that 5'1", 90-pound women. You're writing checks that 5'1", 90-pound women has to cash.
That's right.
Somebody who's disabled has to cash your check. Somebody who's 73 years old and has a comorbidity of maybe oxygen or something like that has to cash your check.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Or a little kid, too.
Yep.
Exactly. And
Yep.
so, like, really,
That's
you
right.
underestimate the strength of an average crackhead? Nah, the thing is, you have to understand crackheads, that there's a huge spectrum, right? There's, like, the elite crackheads.
Why would he, dude? Bro's making so much money reacting to stuff.
And then it's kind of like, you've got The Walking Dead and, like, World War Z.
And you got to admit, like, there are some things that a lot of people can agree with you on, but not everyone's going to agree with everything. And that's okay. Sometimes you can have disagreements. It doesn't really become a problem whenever you can sit down and chit-chat and talk about it. It becomes a problem when you start threatening people. Like, we could sit here and chit-chat about this all day and I wouldn't feel a thing for it. But the minute you're like, well, you're a dick and you're this and da-da-da, and it's like, well, hold on now. That's a threat, you know? You can't just go from point A to point Z.
It really just depends on what it is. Protesters. Oh, it's protesters. Oh, here we go.
Like, that is the biggest reason why the American government is the way it is. It's not because we went and shot each other during duels. It's because we sat down and cussed and discussed plan of attack. What were we going to do? It's always good to have two different viewpoints. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Please, we are protesting for the right for this guy to live outside the 7-Eleven until he dies in probably 3 years from a drug overdose.
I have seen what a year of being homeless does to your body, dude. It fucks you up. It fucks your body right up. Because you out there in that heat all the time. You're sun scorched. You barely ever get water. You barely ever get enough to eat. You're fucking malnourished. And like you're shaky all the time because you're so damn weak. It fucks you. And if you're doing drugs, it's even worse.
Overdose. Please, please let him continue living outside the 7-Eleven. Please. This is so sick. How does this happen?
I don't mind if people want to advocate against something. But what I mind is whenever you're like, we are advocating against what's happening to the homeless people. Well, if you don't like it, you have a home, do you not? You have money, do you not? You have a backyard, do you not? You have the ability to give them a shower, possibly a job, do you not? Instead of advocating against it and rallying to stand there with fucking signs, open your homes to these people. Most of the time you won't, because a lot of the time their family members do that and then they steal just to pay for an addiction. Not all of them are like that. You'd be surprised. There's a huge majority of them that are not, but there's also that huge majority of them that are. I mean, I wonder what even the statistic is. What is the statistic that if you're homeless that you will be doing drugs? Apparently there is while not everyone experiencing homelessness uses drugs, there is a strong correlation between homelessness and substance use disorders. So there is a correlation between it. So you may not be doing the drugs currently, but there's always a chance that you're there because you were doing, look at all these people.
Not a single one of them is helping him.
Well, that old man there right there looks like he's about to kick the bucket. Why doesn't he sign his house off to one of the homeless people?
And by the way, is there a single person in this entire crowd that isn't white?
There's a lot of women in that crowd. Jesus Christ, man. That's crazy. That's actually
white people,
crazy.
We got a problem. It's all white people. I'm starting to see where some of those I'm starting to see, Dr. Umar, I might start having to listen to him. He might have some, but I'm really starting to see it.
That's funny.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
You know what's crazy is I've heard stories from where from in Louisiana of like people who are homeless. They like squat in someone's house or apartment, and if they know enough, they'll shut the breaker off and they'll rip the copper wires out of the fucking wall, and cost like thousands of dollars worth of damage to homes. They'll like go to like the outlets and rip the copper wire out of them, so that way they can sell it and make get drug money.
People, yeah. Oh right, yeah. That's yeah. Please let him continue living there, and let's see if I find any more.
I think that's it. I think that's all we needed to see. We're gonna add this one. Stream long video. We'll watch this one tomorrow. Save. Stream long video. Save. Stream long video. And then let me add this one. I think we spent way too much time on that, but it was interesting. It's interesting to get a different viewpoint on it. Oh no. You don't? What made you change your mind? A lot of people get it messed up whenever it comes to Asmon. He's not putting his feelings in it. He's thinking of it logically. Like there's a lot of shit that if you just really listen to him, it makes a lot of sense. But I've really started like kind of trying to push down the anger, because like when you try to make an argument towards something, for example, if you like lose your shit in the middle of Congress, they escort you off the premises. And I've been like taking that mentality, and I'm like, I gotta stay calm, because if I stay calm, it makes you look better. You can be angry, you can be gritting your teeth, but as long as you're calm, it doesn't make you look like a buffoon, if that makes any sense. It makes you look like a logical thinker. So, but yeah, I'm gonna roll up out of here. We got one more day of this week, which is tomorrow. And then, unfortunately, I'm not going to be publishing. There will be no videos and no streams over the weekend, period. I ain't going to be doing shit over the weekend. The last Let's Play, I think its last video was yesterday or the day before. I'm not going to be doing any more of the gaming Let's Plays. It eats through my entire weekend. I don't get any weekends or anything. It's easier to make the reaction stuff. I'll start the reaction stuff back on next weekend. But this weekend ain't going to be no videos, no nothing, no shorts. Monday, hopefully this shit gets off. I'm hoping it gets out of here. I'm going to take that stream down. And then we are going to continue the rest of the week, next week, like it's a normal week, and it's going to be great. Hopefully strike free. So yeah, I'm ready for this strike to be gone, bro. I'm ready for this strike to be fucking gone. I am so ready for it to be gone. I'm gonna be getting up early to get that fucking video taken down. Yep. So let's, we rolling out of here. I'll be back on tomorrow bright and early. Next week, it's gonna be the streams, and then we're going to be cutting up a shitload of videos and shorts out of it, so be ready for that. Saturday and Sunday is going to be more reaction stuff. I don't know if I'll do shorts or not. I'm not sure yet, but yep, we're going to be back on a normal schedule next week. We'll be pumping out videos like ain't no tomorrow. You're rolling. Stay safe out there. Don't let it get to you. Remember, it's just one little thing. Peace. Have a good rest of your day.